All right. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Wednesday Night Modern over at MTG Card Market. I am Phil Silverman here with Matt Barbuccio.
How's it going, guys?
We're gonna be bringing you 4 rounds of Modern tonight. Got some good stuff tonight. We got a list of decks, a lot of sweet stuff. I gotta say. You excited?
I'm super excited. I'm sorry about that.
It's all right.
So we got some elves tonight. We have a lot of collected company, as we always do at this shop. Mm-hmm. We have Baby Got Back, no explanation.
Nope.
We have some Esper. We have some Control. I think we're kind of ranging the entire meta here.
Yeah, looks like we got a lot of blue decks. As is sort of always the case here. Not a ton of Tarmogoyf.
No.
Go figure. No one is willing
Budget store.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a budget store.
It's more that it's rare you're gonna see a bunch of people with $800 worth of 4 cards.
Yeah. Yes.
It's just not that common.
And also, people here like to, Tarmogoyf is a very good card, but it's also a very safe card and very almost boring card. People like to, experiment here. That's what playing Magic at your local shop is for, is to experiment and to have fun.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark. But yeah, I know for our first round, we're going to be seeing who? Sean?
We're going to be seeing Sean on Grixis Delver.
Sweet.
Against an unknown opponent, but Grixis Delver, very, very popular at our store.
Yeah, it's popular in general. It won last weekend the SCG 5K. A friend of mine actually got first place there, Matt Bamonte. What
was his list like? Anything special or just a stock list?
I think the usual sort of stuff, like, your playset of Delvers, 4 Delve creatures, I think, like 2 Angler, 2 Tassiger, and then
that's kind of the build that I like. It's just the 2 and 2, and
then like 3. I want to say 3 Pyromancers or something like that.
Okay.
I thought that these decks would actually go out of style a little bit because people tended to move away from them, like moving more towards Grixis Control and Grixis Twin, sort of to blank Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
But the deck has quite a bit of resiliency to it, and the fact that you're still able to play a bunch of Delve creatures is really helpful. Like, the Delve creatures are just so powerful.
They are, especially Gurmag Angler.
Gurmag Angler is still underrated. It is so good.
Yeah,
I love that.
It is incredible.
And because you're playing the Delver deck, you tend to play like a much lower land count than other people, so you're able to. When you get to these later game points, even though it's a deck that is filled with effectively 1 mana 1/1s and 2 mana 2/1s, like, you're drawing gas at a higher rate than your opponent.
Yeah.
And you have the ability to not play sort of only early game spells, so you don't need to jam a bunch of mana leaks in your deck. Like, you could just play like Deprive, which is always good, and like Remand, which is always going to cycle. The way you build your deck, you can lend yourself to having still a very robust late game. I think the only thing the deck just doesn't want to see is burn.
Everybody's sitting down already, so somebody wasn't clear about who's supposed to be on it.
Well, Steven should tell that Sean is on camera. Yeah. So Sean.
Sean?
Yeah, Colander.
Sean?
Yeah. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah. So what I was gonna say is, like, in the mirror, which happens a lot. Like, Gurmag Angler is just the mirror breaker.
Yeah, it's
like
just so
whoever
big.
plays the Gurmag Angler first usually just wins the game.
You gotta protect it. You gotta
protect it.
It's like play it with like Spell Snare mana up or something like that, so they can't terminate it.
And it's also who draws more Spell Snares. It could be another relevant factor in that matchup.
Spell Snare is a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, Spell Snare is like a card that I've talked a lot about in Modern. It's a card that a lot of people don't really like, and I've always played. Like, whenever I see like a deck list that has like 2, I'm always just like, yeah, I'm playing the same list, but I added a 3rd Spell Snare or something like that. I think I've played 4 a couple times.
4?
Yeah.
Where and when?
Like blue.
Tell me a lot.
Blue X control deck. Like, I played it in like a blue white control deck. I played it in like, but like some like blue white red decks. It looks like our players are sitting down here.
Yeah.
I don't know who is playing.
All right, so we got Sean on the left, and then it looks like we got a Coco list on the right.
Some sort of Coco list?
Yes, I remember that. So
Not
I'll
sure.
go out there and figure it out. Here it is.
I can do this if you want to go find
Yeah.
the person.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
It's just Colander.
Grixis Delver and then Abzan Coco.
Got it. All right, give me a second, guys, to get this all set up for you.
Zeke Spira.
Oh, it's Zeke. Okay. And Zeke is playing Abzan Coco, I imagine.
Yes.
Did I spell Sean's last name right?
Yes, you did.
Sweet.
Great spelling.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school?
I'm doing my best. Nowhere.
Okay.
Too many places is the usual response I give to that.
All right, so everybody in the chat, we have some sweet giveaways that we're going to be divulging later in the night. So 3 giveaways, 3 opportunities to win.
These are some good ones.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
Oh man, I really want this one.
yeah, that's a good one.
All right, we'll see what these look like. I think who do you like in this matchup? Which deck do you like in this matchup?
Honestly, I like the Delver. Do you?
I think the most important card in this matchup is Delver of Secrets.
Yeah.
In general, the way I've seen this matchup play out is that the Abzan deck is extremely good at crowding the ground. Like, you have all these stupid, annoying, resilient creatures between Voice of Resurgence, Kitchen Finks, Eternal Witness rebuying all these, all the mana creatures. So it's pretty easy to just deal with big, large idiots like Gurmag Angler. Like, as we talked about how much we like Gurmag Angler, this is a matchup where I've seen it just not be exciting because it's just so easily blocked. On the other hand, the Abzan deck tends to have very few answers to flyers, where Delver is, the best clock in that regard. So if you're able to go turn 1 Delver followed by some combination of removal spells, you don't really want to draw too many counters in this matchup because of the possibility of Voice of Resurgence, and generally the Abzan deck just, they have a lot of Eternal Witness makes them very resilient to counter magic.
Yeah.
Then I think the Delver deck can get ahead. It very draw dependent.
Also, the removal is not great against Delver. Like, pathing in Delver is never good, and then also, what do you have in the air? You have a birds, and basically you have to be on the Gavany plan to even begin to compete.
Yeah, like you need some sort of like big a card that doesn't get in by Collected Company.
Yeah.
All right, we see that Zeke led with Razorverge Thicket in the past, and here's a Voice of Resurgence on turn 2. Let's see.
Which is an excellent play.
Oh yeah, Voice is always one of the best cards you can have against a blue deck.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a fetch from Sean
See
here.
if we have Sean has a Spell Snare in hand, maybe.
Yeah, Spell Snare will be pretty great here. Spell Snare, I think, in general, is actually not great against the Abzan deck. Like they have maybe Voice of Resurgence, maybe a couple copies of Kasali Pride Mage, and then of course the combo 2-drop.
Anafenta.
Yeah,
and Malira.
Yeah, they have like whichever combination of those they have, but only one of those is actually powerful.
Yeah.
Like, you only actually care about Voice of Resurgence, and beyond that,
you're getting everything else, all those other value creatures from Collected Company, not just by casting them, typically.
And the rest of them just die to bolt. Like, you're completely fine bolting them. We'll see what Sean has this turn. Looks like he does have a Young Pyromancer, which could be a very a way to sort of go wide against the Abzan deck.
But do you want to get that online, or you obviously just want to get rid of it?
Looks like he just wants to get Voice out of play right now.
Yep.
Which I think is reasonable. Here's Evan Irwin. We got a 1/1 Evan Irwin.
That's an official token.
I like that token.
I like that. Yeah, it's a good token. I like Evan. He's just kind of a nice, cheery guy.
Oh yeah, he seems very positive.
Yeah. Kitchen Finks.
That's definitely going to.
Which I think is great in this matchup.
Absolutely. You just want resilience.
Yeah.
And like being able to tax the removal of the Grixis deck. And Kitchen Finks and Voice Resurgence both do just that.
Both do that.
So this is a pretty problematic start for Sean here. And I think this is sort of the issue with taking the turn off to bolt instead of playing Pyromancer, is that now you're pretty far behind. Like, you can still bolt the Voice, but you've already gotten 2 for 1 after a mulligan. You're facing those Kitchen Finks, which you're probably gonna have to 2 for 1 yourself to deal with. If you're able to deal with, if maybe instead he plays Pyromancer on turn 2, it's a possibility that he's able to sort of go wide with tokens and not take as much damage in this sort of scenario. But as it stands, he's a little behind on tempo.
So I see he has a Snapcaster Mage in hand. He has a couple of bolts, and it looks just lands. It looks like there's nothing too relevant, but he's going to snap. He's got the Young Pyromancer. Totally forgot about that.
He's a Pyromancer, and he's going to bolt the Finks, which is going to persist.
Yeah.
How do you like bolting the Finks instead of the token?
I like bolting the token.
You'd rather bolt the token?
The token only stands to get more relevant as the game goes on.
That's sort of been the experience. Like anytime I tend to leave around the token, I just die to it, which has always been kind of scary to me. One card that could change this decision is if he has any copies of Electrolyze in his deck, in which case, you're able to sort of kill the Kitchen Finks with some sort of value.
Grixis Delvers are known to maybe play a 1-of a Electrolyze. Although every time I draw Electrolyze, both you and me play that deck or some variant of that deck.
Yeah.
It's almost my best draw every time. I love that card.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I've played in the past, like when I played Electrolyze, I played Blue-White Red Control, where you get to play like 3 or 4 copies of the card, and like that deck's not very good right now, but like being able to play that was so good.
Yeah.
But as it stands, Electrolyze, it's not insane right now. It's just a card you definitely want access to. Well, let's see what Zeke has here. So considering you put it right into his graveyard, I can only imagine it's a Coco. We'll see what the hits are.
Yeah, it is. Is it Quarter Calling, Birds, Murderous Red Cap? I saw Finks.
So voice and birds.
Oh, okay.
Not insane, but pretty good.
I mean, still good. I
Yeah.
mean, Voice of Resurgence, as we've proven, and now he's getting punished for not bolting that token.
Oh yeah, so that's a 4/4 now. That's going to be a problem. He's going to be able to run a stream of chump blockers, but there's only so long you can do this for.
Yeah.
Before your life total just starts to get too low.
And when you're blocking with young Pyromancer, I mean, you might as well just be.
Yeah, I like the trade there.
Excellent.
Like,
yeah.
Taking the 4 is like completely okay.
And what else is that token gonna do? But like the worst it's gonna do is chump. So why not just get the value out of it where you can right now?
Absolutely. We'll see what Sean has to do here. I think he might have flipped over the top card on accident, in which case they're just gonna re-randomize and shuffle if you saw it.
There's nothing too intense about the rules here at this shop. I mean, people are usually pretty lenient about that.
We're regular REL.
Yeah.
We're not competitive here.
Yeah.
But like any shop on a weekday.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, so we're just gonna see a quick shuffle from Sean here. Interesting thing, we haven't seen a black card yet or a black land. Is it a possibility he's playing blue or Delver? Sorry for the glare, guys, by the way, but the lands Sean has in play right now are 2 Steam Vents, a Sulphur Falls, and an island.
Yeah, so no black mana for him, which is kind of... He's definitely playing Grixis Delver. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, there are black spells in here. Ooh.
There's a Polluted Delta in hand. He has a Snapcaster and a Mana Leak. Zeke has a Eternal Witness in hand, which is really, really strong.
That's a nightmare right
Probably
there.
going to rebuy a Coco.
I imagine Collect the Company. It's also just pretty rough because this Mana Leak is completely dead. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see a main phase Snapcaster Mage. Again, don't want to cast it on Zeke's turn and give him a bunch of tokens. You have to give him 2 for any Snapcaster effects. And I figure this has got to go after either the token or the voice. Yeah.
Going to go for the token, which I think is right, actually.
Yeah, I think it's really dangerous to go after the voice in that scenario because then you give Zeke 2 3/3 tokens, and any sort of further shenanigans get really, really problematic.
Yeah, and you still haven't completed the 2-for-1 that is inevitably gonna happen with the first Voice of Resurgence.
Exactly.
So I think just completing that horrible cycle is what's happening here.
We see a Court of Calling for 3. Oh boy, I'd imagine this is a Orzhov Pontiff.
I would imagine as well.
That would be a pretty big beating.
That would be a beating. I don't know that they play them in the main, but
I usually see it in the sideboard.
yeah.
But it's a completely reasonable card to main deck. Like it's so good in the matchups where it's powerful. Mm-hmm. All right, so he didn't immediately get an Orzhov Pontiff, so I think right now he's
Does he want to?
Can't get that red cap because you courted for 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely tempting to have courted for 4 to just get that Pyromancer off the table because those chump blockers are super annoying. We'll see what he decides to do here.
So Scrub is talking about should have bolted the voice and also Pyromancer and Grixis. Pyromancer is pretty prevalent in Grixis. You're not running 4, but
in the Grixis Delver decks, I usually see 3 copies.
Yeah.
We just see a Finks. Yeah, I think Zeke.
Just gonna value him out.
Yeah, I think Zeke thought he had
because you saw him go for that. His body language was like, I cannot wait to get this thing out.
Well, I mean, like if he has Eternal Witness in his hand and you instantly, instead of getting back your Collected Company, you just immediately court for 3. Mm-hmm. Like you have to imagine you think you're blowing your opponent out here.
Yeah, and obviously not the case.
Okay, so Sean did draw. I believe that's a
Murderous. Is that it's a Tassiger, I think.
That's one of those arts that I consistently get wrong.
Yeah.
You can never tell which is what. They both have like the watermark, and they both just look exactly the same.
If it is a Tassiger, I think it'd be an incredibly strong player. Right here. This is what he needs.
If for no other reason than to just block. Like you just want something that Zeke can't profitably attack them.
Yes.
Sorry. Excuse me.
No, it's fine. Is that a Gurmag?
No.
Because I saw the watermark.
Mm-hmm. So Sean going to
Murderous Cut. Oh, okay.
He's going to Murderous Cut the Voice of Resurgence, which lets him turn his Mana Leak back on, but it's going to be tough for Mana Leak to get anything good here, given how much mana Zeke already has in play. And Zeke...
Yeah, now he's completely out of... Now, Collected Companies are out of Mana Leak range, and basically every other spell in his deck.
As long as Zeke decides to play around Mana Leak, he can.
Yeah.
It's entirely up to him at this point. We'll see what Zeke decides to do this turn. If he doesn't, in fact, have Eternal Witness. All right, we'll start things off with a fetch.
Yeah. Zeke is also in a position to just play around everything.
Yeah.
Because he has strong command of the board at this point. Sean does have a decent board, but it's just, a bunch of X1s. So, I mean, a Finks is really good against this board and also a voice token.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he's able to sort of get this token pretty big, I think he can outvalue Sean. Like, Sean has one card in hand, and we know it's a mana leak. And he basically needs to draw something like Tassiger to sort of grind himself back into the game. All right, here we see Eternal Witness.
X-Fox, I mean, HC Fox, he kind of does have the arms of hooting mandrills. Very hairy arms on the right side of our screen, but it's not a bad thing in the slightest. He's going to mana leak that. Yeah. That was a good... Well, if you're Sean, he's really happy.
Yeah, if you're Sean, you're absolutely thrilled here.
Yeah.
Looks like Sean did miss his Pyromancer trigger though, unfortunately. So he's losing out on a blocker.
What are your blocks here?
I think. Okay, so it's funny. If he had remembered the trigger, I would have gone. Okay, yeah, I would have blocked like this, but I would have put all my tokens in front of the token, and then you get to trade with it, because when Finks is persisted, there will only be three creatures in play, so it'll have 3 damage on it and die from state-based effects. Unfortunately, wasn't able to make that play, so he's still got to face down this 4/4. We'll see. Sean drawing a card, passing. Even if it's a land, he values the bluff here, but we'll see what it is.
Walrus, yes.
Not an exciting draw, except for the fact
it is
that
an exciting. Yeah,
yeah,
it is an exciting draw just because it pumps the token.
Yeah, any creature just does something there. It looks like a
Terminate.
That's a good draw.
It's a black card. The black cards are creeping out.
And you get to trade with these two guys.
That's a fantastic play.
This Pyromancer is just doing a ton of work.
Yeah, but imagine, okay, what does this game look like? He plays at turn 2.
Probably still pretty good.
Yeah.
I think he's favored. Taxing Probe for mana, we see a Verdant Catacombs. So we're at effective parity here, but Sean has a Pyromancer in play. Any spell he draws is going to be doing a lot of work for him. We'll see what he can draw into here. Lands are basically the only thing Sean doesn't want to draw. Everything else is live. Serum Visions, removal spells, they're all good.
What did he draw? Looks like he's looking at his live. It could be a Snapcaster.
Anytime your opponent picks up their graveyard like that,
it's not a good thing.
I assume Snapcaster or a Delve spell.
Yeah, and Zeke just gonna draw a land for turn and pass. I'm assuming.
Well, he played the Verdant that Sean already knew about. He has a couple. I think, on average, Sean's draws at this point are better than Zeke's. Like Zeke's best draw are his spells, spells, and because
Collected Company.
Yeah, because they're effectively more Eternal Witnesses, card advantage. Like any Eternal Witness and any Chord or Collected Company is going to be a very good draw. But beyond that, he has just a bunch of dorks.
How many Ewits do you think are played in this? Yeah, there's the Snapcaster I was talking about.
I wonder what this is going after here.
He has a Terminate and a Bolt. He has a Bolt.
Just bolting Zeke here. Well, getting aggressive.
Yeah, it's pretty aggressive.
I think he just wants to get as much power on the table as possible.
Bolting the birds doesn't matter.
Yeah. And you want to get these attacks in before Zeke draws Gavany Township. Serum Vision's a great draw.
Yeah, so Sean, this game playing out the exact way you said. Every spell at the top of his deck is getting him a lot of value. There's a Bolt and a Kolaghan's Command.
Oh yeah, those both seem like tops to me.
Yeah.
Kolaghan's Command is excellent here. Bolt probably will be excellent, and then you get an attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is he going to get to block the Pyromancer and take 4? I think the only thing I would have...
take 4.
Yeah. I think I would have bolted down the bird instead of Zeke's face, but I can't fault him for doing the same. Oh, Tassiger here.
Tassiger, that's very strong.
Delving away. Let's see, the Mana Leak.
You don't want your cantrips, you don't want your mana leaks, especially you don't want your mana leaks. I would rather cantrip in the graveyard than
I think, getting rid of Probe makes sense, but keeping Serum Visions is completely reasonable given that you have Pyromancer in play. Alright, so we see an end-step fetch from Zeke. Zeke really needs to draw one of his good spells here, because this is getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Look at how... I mean, it's funny
the resilience of this Grixis Delver list is just incredible.
Yeah, and the power of Pyromancer, really.
Yeah.
An unchecked Pyromancer.
Yeah.
It's just so scary.
Yeah.
And it's funny, because if Zeke had just quartered for 4 that turn, he could have red capped it away, and I think we see a completely different game.
Yeah.
Eternal Witness is an excellent draw, though. We'll see what he decides to get back. I'd imagine Collected Company.
Yeah, and then probably just play Collected Company.
It's that, or...
Yeah, he's just going to play it.
I mean, just... This can only lead to good things, right? Oh, I see
another Eternal Witness. Birds, Anafenza.
Probably just Anafenza and Witness. And we're right back in the game. And we're going to get both a trigger from Anafenza and a trigger from Eternal Witness here.
So this can go on any creature on the left side of Zeke's board.
Yes. And he's just going to put it on one of the witnesses here.
I would go for the... I don't know.
I don't even know if it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter.
And Zeke going back for Collective Company, trying to cast it as many times as possible this game.
Mm-hmm.
This is a much closer game now. That was the draw Zeke needed to sort of, and we really needed this turn, or else this was going to get out of hand, especially with Kolaghan's command on top of Sean's library.
But still, Tasigur now going to be able to get to work as he untaps with the Tasigur. Mm-hmm. But the weak part about this Abzan Coco deck is it's cutting down on removal to maximize the efficiency of a Collected Company.
Yes.
So you're not going to be able to get rid of a Tasigur as easily as you might want to.
No, and that's sort of like what Kitchen Finks needs to be there for is to so you just don't get run over by these big goofy delve creatures.
Yeah.
I will say Sean getting kind of punished, I think, for leaving the oh yeah, this is going to be insane. He gets to shock Anafenza and make Zeke discard the Collected Company. So Zeke getting punished pretty hard for playing that extra land.
Yeah.
Oof, that was very good.
Not a great job of playing around Kolaghan's command, which is an incredibly strong card in Modern, is played around.
Yeah, it was a subtle play. It's like a subtle thing, like keeping land in hand. It's the same as when you play against Jund. You almost always want to keep some crappy card in your hand for Liliana the Veil, if you can. Zeke, the extra mana is helpful. There's an argument both ways, right? If Zeke doesn't play the land, or if he does play the land, maybe he can set himself up for casting several Collected Companies next turn. Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, or maybe Collected Company into Eternal Witness to get back Cord and just kill Sean. But clearly this worked out about as poorly as possible. Red Cap's a great draw though. Get out of here.
Great job.
Get out of here, Pyromancer. A little late, but pretty important that happens now.
What did No, I don't think it is definitely late because the Pyromancer nearly almost took over this game.
It got a lot of value.
But honestly, excellent. Not in the grand scheme of things, but right now, excellent timing. This Pyromancer is now off the board, and Sean, I assume, just drew
He drew the bolt he left on top of his deck. I was gonna say the issue that with Sean leaving Serum Visions in his deck is gonna be right here. Zeke, I think, is gonna give him.
And a thought. He's probably
just gonna give him Thought Scour. Thought Scour is by far the worst card there. This is why I almost always delve away cantrips.
Yeah.
Even when I think I want them, because there are just so many powerful cards that you could be flipping, and relying on weaker cards like Thought Scour and Serum Visions just makes it so that you're gonna be hard pressed to stay up with your opponent's draws, more or less.
But what would you rather have in the graveyard at this stage of the game? A Mana Leak or a
removal?
No.
He
a Mana Leak or a Thought Scour.
I'd take Thought Scour over Mana Leak.
Yeah, but I think he was correct to delve away the Mana Leak.
But he had the option of delving away both.
Yeah, he did.
Is the one difference.
Yeah.
But
it was a very, very different game then.
All right.
Was that another Eternal?
Zeke being very rude to us.
Gonna remand.
Not putting the card where we can see it.
Oh, and he doesn't even show us. Oh, come on. Chat, did we see it? Did anybody see it in the chat?
Oh, my goodness. He's going to activate.
He did Thought Scour end step.
So Sean going to Thought Scour in response to whatever this card is. And then remand it again. Oh, my God. And he keeps flipping it over. Come on. What is it?
All right.
It's got to be. It's an Eternal Witness. He's going to his graveyard, so it's got to be Eternal Witness. Get back Collected Company.
So that was worth the fight?
I think a small thing. Oh, well. I guess he didn't need to. I guess he wants to leave this as an 0-5. Yeah, he's just going to get back Collected Company. I think it's almost tempting to even just get back another Witness here. But, either way, you're going to be in trouble against a top deck Kolaghan's Command or a Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go for full greed. Just be as greedy as possible.
That's what you need to do.
There we go.
Yeah, there's another Eternal Witness.
Thank you, Zeke, moving those cards over for us. So yeah, Sean looking to draw any answer here to this Collecting Company. Also, I guess a way to win the game, but that's secondary.
That would be good, also.
Yeah, even with all the value generated by Sean's Pyromancer, it looks like Zeke is not far behind at all.
Very swingy game.
Absolutely. So we see a Serum Visions drawing Mana Leak, I believe.
Yes, I think so. Electrolyze.
I think there's Electrolyze and a cantrip. I'm not quite sure what that card was. Yeah, he's going to put Electrolyze. Oh, I think Electrolyze second. We'll see what he decides to do this turn. We got a Polluted Delta from Sean.
Mana Leak and...
I believe Lightning Bolt.
Lightning Bolt, yeah.
Bolt basically has no interesting targets.
Yeah.
I think you saved the Bolt for the possibility of Z comboing.
Which is very possible.
Oh yeah, like he's shown you no Viscera Seers or anything like that. If he like collected companies into Malira Seer, that's infinite damage right there. He's got the red cap out already.
And Sean plays this deck.
Yes,
He plays Coco.
collect the company.
Yep.
Does this result?
And Sean thinking this could be game.
Do you have a response? I don't think there's anything you respond with. Like, you don't want to cast the Mana Leak because you don't want to put it in your graveyard. Ooh. Oh, I see at least a couple of really good spells going to the bottom there.
Okay.
So there's a Viscera Seer and a Scavenging
Oh.
Ooze. Scavenging Ooze is going to be very, very good here. Every time I think about Scavenging Ooze, I'm impressed by it. Every single time. It's just so powerful.
And every time, it's like such a... I don't know. I'm always so bored by that card, but when I cast it, it's like, this is the best card I've ever played in my entire life. It's the best card in my deck. It's always doing something relevant.
It's completely absurd. Like, the only situation I feel like really poor about Scavenging Ooze is when... you just draw two and there's nothing in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like,
So I was playing against Kevin Blue White Tron. I'm playing elves. He end of turn Unbearer Rights goes for the Hellish Storm, which completely locks you out of the game.
Oh yeah.
I saved. I could have played something, but I saved it, corded for a Scavenging Ooze, and ate his.
Exactly.
Like plays like that with a Scavenging Ooze are just so relevant.
You just need to beat shenanigans.
Yes, it is the shenanigans.
Like
negator.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with any of that business. Like Snapcaster Mage, no thank you.
Yeah.
Malira combo, no thank you.
Yeah.
Goyf, get out. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's just excellent. All right, we'll see what Sean has to do here. Looks like he's drawing
Delver
for turn, which is not the worst.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
We're gonna see a bunch of his activations here, I think. We got a big stocked graveyard for Sean. Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3.
There's another Pyromancer there, I think. Yeah, four possible creatures. That's not even counting any of the things in Zeke's graveyard, which we know is stocked with creatures as well. Oh yeah, definitely want to start with Snapcaster Mage, play around Kolagon's command. He's gonna eat all of them. Yeah, he's gonna eat every single one. I'm assuming he vocalized that he's doing these one at a time to play around Lightning Bolt. Put 5 activations on the stack. Pass.
Yeah. So Scavenging Ooze now is 7/7.
Casual.
Just a casual 7/7.
No big deal. And not to mention that Zeke has prevented Sean from ever getting those cards back with his Tasigur as well. Like, Tasigur at best is going to get back Thought Scour or Serum Visions at this point. And here he comes rumbling in. It's going to take some time.
Fear.
It's going to take a little bit of time for Zeke to sort of work through all this business, but it looks like he'll be able to. Like,
I mean, he's just serving. No fear. These Eternal Witnesses have no fear.
They're going to get traded off with, I imagine, with these tokens. Yeah, there's one's getting blocked by Tasigur, 2 more getting blocked by tokens, and then a chump block on the ears.
So what's Sean's draw here? Like, what's Sean's best draw?
Terminate.
Yeah.
Terminate has got to be by far his best draw. It looks like he wants to.
And then where are we going from there?
Praying is
yeah.
I guess like I think Zeke trading off these Eternal Witnesses is a little premature.
Yeah, I was questioning that
because now the total power he has on his board is extremely low. Zeke has the possibility of like sacking like maybe a redundant Wallow Roots here to sort of get a free scry. It's also tempting to. I think it's a little tempting to sack the Murderous Redcap and just off the Delver. Like right here, this Electrolyze is going to be all right. I mean, he's going to take care of probably the Seer and the Birds. He's not going to be able to draw a card because Zeke will sack in response. But we'll see if he can sort of make some headway in the race here. The problem is it's just so hard to race an Ooze.
Yeah,
like
it is.
Like the fact that, accepting the fact that it's just a giant monster, like they're also gaining life. It's just rude.
It is
it's not
rude.
nice at all.
It is pretty rude.
Right, we'll see what Zeke decides to do here. I'd imagine we're going to see some activations of Viscera Seer.
Or Viscera Seer.
So we see a Scry. Do we want another Viscera Seer? I think that was a sure. And we'll sack that. scry that to the top. Thank you very much. Sean doesn't get to draw his card. Unless he changes his mind on the second scry one. Nope.
Oh no. Phil, go do the dirty work. Clean up this mess. Alright, so we got a couple of awkward things to deal with, chat. We're sorry about that. Hey! Jorgensen back. By the way, people in the chat, we have a sweet giveaway tonight. We have 3 chances for you guys to win sweet cards. And I'm not going to tell you right now. I'm just going to have to tease them out overnight. So, yeah, you like that? Yeah.
Spicy.
They are very spicy. Thank you from the peanut gallery over here. Get out of here. No. Fine. So,
This is my life.
so, Phil, update us.
They're just trying to fix it. They called the judge. They're going to fix it.
Yeah.
But this is regular REL, so I'd imagine the solution is going to be put the card back and probably re-randomize the library. But I mean, I'm not really certain what the ruling is going to be at regular. That's just my guess. Like, because I know at competitive REL, the solution is drawing extra cards, game loss.
Yeah.
But I'm going to assume that we'll not allow that to happen here. I think we want to.
Sean's a good guy. Also, we don't want him to lose.
Yeah, got a bunch of stand-up Magic players here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, technically Sasquatch is right. Like, this is not a fixable game state, because the card has already entered his hand. There's like technically no knowledge. We know for sure that it's we know he has Bolt Mana Leak in his hand. But this is, I think this is like regular REL. You can just do this. This is fine.
Yeah.
And we're all okay with it.
And this is a great game, and we also want to see this played out anyway. So
yeah. All right. So looks like what I missed is an Abrupt Decay on the Delver. That was a pretty good draw.
It was a pretty good draw.
I was like, that's like maybe Sean's one way of racing what Zeke is presenting him if he can draw a removal spell.
Yeah, it was an Abrupt Decay.
Zeke outdrew him to a removal spell.
And Zeke has an almost unlimited graveyard to kind of toy with the Scavenging Ooze. And all green mana, so Scavenging Ooze is going to have a good time. It's probably going to grow up to...
It's going to be like a casual...
pretty big.
12-12 or something like that. It's going to be real scary.
Last night we had a 15-15 Algae-Gariel.
15-15. People... Okay, so a lot of people didn't play with Algae-Gariel in its limited format, but it was a pretty big house.
It was... I mean... Okay, so Sean's just going to back it in here. We're going to go to game 2.
Makes sense.
But, yeah, Algae-Gariel just a house. Just so good.
It's huge. The closest analog was in Innistrad Limited, there was Lumberknot.
Lumberknot, yes.
Which I believe is just the same card. Like, I don't think there's... it's like just like a slightly different mana cost. Of course, I misspelled Algae-Gariel. Whenever another creature dies... oh my god, there are 2 Lumberknots. A creature dies. Same thing.
Yeah.
This is hexproof, and that one's Shroud. Is that the difference? Sure. Great. Same card. But those cards, Algae-Gariel and Lumberknot, they just... In any game where you're... Oh my god. Can we... Yeah, not walk into the camera. People don't realize that in any game that goes reasonably long, you trade a lot in limited.
Yeah.
These cards get big. Like like you trade 2 creatures, boom, 3/3. Trade 2 more creatures, 5/5. Like you double block something, 7/7. Maybe
also
8/8.
with a mortar pot out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what happened last night. We had a mortar pot out, and it was incredible. It was just yeah.
J Petty, I believe they have, but I'm not certain. I'm gonna confirm. Mark is actually here tonight, so I will ask.
Baby
him.
got back.
Plan Baby got back.
Baby got back.
Do you have any idea if any of the older giveaways have been sent out?
I do not. So Mark is trying to get the backlog sent out. So then, right now I'm doing the fresh ones that we're getting every week, and then I think Mark is trying to phase out the ones that he hasn't gotten taken care of.
Sure.
Yet.
So J Petty, I'll take a look. I'll ask him when I can. But yeah, it does take a little bit of time. Unfortunately, as we've often said.
Yeah.
Ooh, a 26-22 Conifer Strider.
How did this?
I'm a fan.
Well, probably a Citadel Siege.
It's gotta be something like that.
Yeah, it's gotta be a Citadel
Like you
Siege.
just run out of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Most of the time you can't get through it.
And honestly, how did that get to that? Sorry about that. Got mine today, Jorgensen. Great, awesome. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, we're doing our best with the giveaways, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not refreshed, right? This actually says the right thing. I changed it. All right, yeah, good. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, this is in Chicago, Illinois, in case you're wondering. Oh, yeah, that's not surprising. That's a really bad matchup.
In there.
Wait.
You perv. You're always trying to do that. No.
All right, so we'll see. That was a really grindy first game.
Yeah. But two really grindy decks. I think Grixis Delver is one of the grindiest decks in the meta.
Yeah, you have these games where you go, like, turn one. Like, I think the games are sort of, like, split, you know? You have these games where you go turn one Delver, and then you
protect it, kill you.
Yeah, you just kill them. They just die. There's nothing they can do. And then you have every other game where you sit there and you remove a spell for a while, and you counter spells, and you play a delve creature, and like you start smashing them. And they play something. You sort of like activate your Tastiger a few times, and you have maybe a Pyromancer that's going wide. And you have to trade a bunch, and there's all these decisions. And Snapcaster Mage, etc. It's not a tempo deck in the sense that we've seen traditional Delver decks.
Yeah, it's an incredibly grindy deck. It's just eking out value wherever you can get it with Kolaghan's Commands and Snapcaster Mages and.
Yeah, you happen to be more aggressive than the other Grixis decks because of the presence of Delver Secrets and Young Pyromancer. Pyromancer is such an interesting card to me because it can be very aggressive in the sense it's aggressive in the same sense that like a fairy card is aggressive. Mm-hmm. Like you just turn the corner. You play it. You know, get maybe one thing, no attacks. You know, bolt something, no attacks, and then just like snap, bolt, untap, attack for 8. Yeah. Like you just immediately turn that corner. All right, both players.
Gurmag Angler. We got a couple lands there for Sean.
The Snapcaster Mage, Kolaghan's Command, and he's gonna keep. Both players keeping.
Kitchen and he just drew a Collected Company.
We'll see if we have a bird on turn 1.
And it seems like we have a Viscerous here.
So
not really the most popular turn 1 play. You don't want to be.
Oh yeah, Zeke's just not drawing Birds of Paradise.
Yeah.
we saw them. They're in the deck. Just refuses to get them on turn 1. We'll see if Sean wants to removal spell this creature right away. This is this is the least scary creature Zeke can play on turn 1.
Yeah, but also, do you even want to play it turn 1? Do you want to play this turn 1? Like,
yeah, why not?
I mean, it's part of your combo. It's not doing anything.
There's no downside. You might as well.
It gets killed and you.
No, you get the scry one.
Yeah,
get that value. Yeah, you can always get it back. Like I think, especially because like you go turn 2 voice or something like that. What if your opponent has a Magma Spray?
Oh,
yeah.
They don't.
Yeah. Why would they not? Magma Spray is great.
Yeah.
People should play more Magma Sprays.
Like the Abzan deck can just like play a bunch of if you just like play a Voice Berserker, it's turn 2.
Yeah.
That's what we saw last game.
Pride Mage turn 3. You're beaten down.
You can curve out. Yeah.
And if they kill your Viscera Seer, you're very happy with that.
Absolutely. It's your worst creature on its own, so you might as well like get some damage in. Like I think it's hard to say who's the aggressor in this matchup.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's changing. I think it's changing almost every couple turns.
It's about like roll assessment a lot of times. All right. So we see a Seer Visions from Sean and a tap Blood Crypt followed by a Path, and then we see Zeke attack for 1 and play Spellskite. Spellskite's an alright card in this matchup. It's one of those things that I just, I like what it does in the sense that it makes Bolt awkward. It makes Kolaghan's Command kind of awkward.
Very awkward.
A lot of people assume that Kolaghan's Command works the same way as Electrolyze. It does not, because it's completely unintuitive. If I went, for instance, like if Sean decided to go destroy target artifact, targeting Spellskite, and deal 2 damage targeting Viscera Seer, Zeke could redirect the shock to Spellskite. We got a Finks, which is getting Flash Frozen.
Nice.
Flash Freeze.
I'm into that card.
Get in there. I hate that card.
I'm so into that card.
I have played that card so many times and expected it to be good, and it's always horrible. That is probably the best I've ever seen.
It's pretty good there, yeah. I was about to say it's pretty good there.
Yeah,
Countering a Finks is good.
I played like one in my sideboard, but my expectation for the card is always higher than it is.
Okay.
Like, here's when I'll play that card. If I'm like ready to go to a tournament and like I knew like 4 people in the room were playing Scape Shift.
Okay.
I put a Flash Freeze in my hand. And even then, it's worse than Counterflux. Alright, Sean gonna play a land for turn after an end step fetch. Looks like he can just play a 5/5 here. I like that. Yeah, get in there, Gurmag Angler.
Yep.
See if he decides to delve away. He can leave either one of his spells for Snapcaster Mage. Looks like he's gonna choose Flash.
You're gonna leave your favorite card in there.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a little optimistic because this would be the turn you want Flash Freeze, right? Yeah. Like this is the turn you want to deal with the Collected Company. If Zeke has the 4th land, you have to imagine
he
he's gonna
does, and just gonna jam Collected Company.
Oh yeah. You resolve that spell. You don't wait. Let's see what we got here. Spin the wheel, so to speak. Ooh.
Finks
Ooze? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Man, that card is strong.
4 mana Finks Ooze. Go.
Yeah.
This is where
With Spellskite.
This is where Spellskite impresses me.
Yeah.
I guess I should say. Like Spellskite's sort of a weird card in a matchup. Like what Spellskite says to me is that Zeke thinks he's the long game deck. He's the deck that can outgrind the Grixis deck. Because it doesn't really make sense to have it if you want to be beating down, right? Like maybe if your intention is to just fully win by comboing, then it does a lot of work. But beyond that, it's just an 0-4. Just doesn't really do a ton. It is good against, like, maybe you just always want it against decks that have Lightning Bolt. I can't imagine you want it against, like, Jund. Like, Jund, like, maybe you do. I have no idea. I don't play these decks very often. I've played Birthing Pod maybe once in my life. All right, let's see what he just
Call
says.
against command, and I think he knows the interaction, so I don't think he's going to be...
So I'd imagine he's going to go destroy target artifact, make you discard. Mm-hmm. Or deal. I don't think you want to deal him 2 damage. It's too much.
No.
Well,
Sean.
It's important that Zeke also know that you can do this.
He's going to make him discard.
Yeah. Okay.
Before.
He might also be shocking him. He took 5 last turn, right? Did I miss that?
He did. He took 5 from the Gurmag Angler.
My mistake.
No problem. Just don't do it again.
My bad.
No.
I'll be better
Chat.
this time. Yeah, get on my ass about this. We'll see. I think right now we're having a discussion over how this works, in which we're gonna have to explain that it's completely non-intuitive and everything you learned about Electrolyze is different.
Yeah, for some weird reason.
Thank you.
We got a judge. Looks like
Close the
Steven's
door.
hands.
Thank you, Joe. All right. So,
Man, this line is building up.
So he's just going to sacrifice the Spellskite to Viscerous here. Looks like he wants to keep it on top, whatever it is.
Again, he's only 1 combo piece away.
And discard. Yeah, if he just, like, plays Anafenza. Well, he can't play Anafenza. Classic Anafenza, can never cast it.
Yeah. Well, now he can. Was that
It was a
Windswept Heath?
It was some fetch land.
Well, I mean, it's
sure
gonna assure.
We'll get a Temple Garden or a Godless Shrine.
Yeah.
Probably Godless Shrine, so you can still cast Murderous Red.
I think that's a mana leak in hand for Sean.
Does not counter Anafenza.
No.
Bolt actually does get him out of here, though, in this scenario.
Yes.
Now that the Spellskite is out of the picture.
You should not have that playing.
Not?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just eats up bandwidth.
Ooh.
Hey.
That's why I said collapse that shit.
Thank you.
I didn't mean to.
All right. Zeke going full beatdown here.
How'd you do?
Activate Township. Get in for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Woof. That is a beating.
You win.
I'm seeing end step fetch.
Against those,
All right. We'll see if Zeke can get out of this one. Oh, sorry. If Sean can get out of this one. All right. We'll see it on tap. I think he's going to be holding back this angler this turn.
Okay, Phil, sorry I was out of it. Can you explain to me where we're at?
We're at Sean's turn. Zeke just took 1,000,000 damage. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sean just took 1,000,000 damage after activating
Gavin Township.
We'll see what Sean's got here. So he's going to go Snapcaster Kolaghan's Command. I'd imagine this is killing the Viscerous here and making Zeke discard. Don't really have a better target with this, given that the other 2 guys have 3 butts. And he'll sacrifice the Viscerous here in response.
And he's
Scrying
gonna
the card. He's thinking about it. I think that was Anafenza.
Yeah.
Seems fine. And he will discard something that we can't see.
Zeke just not very camera friendly.
Definitely not.
We've been
He's killing
noticing.
us.
And there's Anafenza.
Anafenza and Viscerous here, and let's gain some life. Do you go for it? I go for it. Show me the bolt. That's what I would say. If you had the bolt.
At this point in the game, you definitely go for it because you're winning on the Gavity Township plan anyway.
Yeah.
So just why not try to get it out of the way at this point?
And Zeke gets there.
Yeah.
It's a sweet match.
So Sean loses in 2. More like Zeke wins in 2.
Yeah.
So
Let's get a Hellish Curial out.
yeah, can we just get it off the screen?
Let's get this uncastable Grizzly Bear out
Yeah.
here.
So people have been slowly moving towards this card away from Melira, obviously just because it's a better value creature on its own, and it does work without just a like what a Melira can do.
Yeah. This card's completely reasonable. I mean, like, the only thing I don't like about the card is that it costs white. That's the only thing I don't like. Like, you really have to stretch your mana base to be able to cast, like, to go, okay, like, let me just surf up a curve here for you. Like, you need to be able to, or some cards. You need to be able to cast Eternal Witness, Anafenza, Murderous Red Cap. Like, you need to, that's a lot. It's
the Abzan aggro of Modern.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Yeah.
Except instead of, you have a better mana base, given that you have all these fetch lands, but you're still going to be taking 1 million damage off something like that.
Yeah.
Although, funny enough, I think this deck has quite a good burn matchup. I felt
just with Kitchen Finks.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Voice Resurgence.
Kitchen Finks, Voice, Ooze, Ewit, Burnt and Forge Tender, Core Firewalker.
Yeah, out of the board. Yeah.
So many options. The deck's just sweet. Oh, hi, Gibbous. Thank you for coming in here. Good to see everyone.
So you are a fan of this deck?
Yeah, I think it's... So I really didn't like it before. I think Collected Company is, like, an extremely powerful card. Like, it has... And it's, like, a card that, like, sort of has that Birthing Pod aspect, but it's so much more interesting. Birthing Pod, like... I really hated Birthing Pod. There was, like, nothing fun. So I played that deck in, like...
Well, you're a blue mage.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, like, what was not blue about Birthing Pod? You draw so many cards.
Yeah.
Like, the whatchamacallit... I love Sasquatch. He's so great. Which one's timeout? Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to constantly time out that, because I know that's Stefan. I'm certain that's Stefan. But, like, I played Pod in one tournament, and... It was like a local tournament, and I like very easily 4-0'd because the deck is stupid. Like I played it like it was just it just feels really, it felt so dumb to play a deck that had like what do people call Pod? Demonic Tutor Survival of the Fittest. It's just so idiotic. But like Collecting Company, at least it has built-in variants, which I like. It goes in more than one kind of deck.
Yes.
Which is interesting. Like,
a lot of decks have been popping up because of this card.
Yeah, like the decks, fundamentally I think are different decks. Like the deck that Paul Rietzel and Matt Sperling played in GP Charlotte, the
Zoo.
The Zoo deck, the deck that won the whole tournament, Elves. Like Elves is almost even more of a combo deck than this deck. Like this is a mid-range deck.
Yeah.
More than anything. It's a mid-range deck that like has a combo built into it. It's more of a, if anything, it's like in the spectrum of just like combo to aggro or whatever, like fair to unfair even. You have like Elves furthest on this side, and then like the Zoo deck furthest on this side, and the Absent deck's just like somewhere in the middle.
What do you think of that Zoo deck?
I think it's sweet. I mean, I think Neither Reliquary is
so good.
Really good.
Yeah, not a lot of people are playing Abrupt Decay, and that thing dodges bolt like you know what?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Not a lot of people are playing Abrupt Decay.
Goodbye.
Yeah, and that thing dodges bolt like it's his job.
Oh yeah, it's just so big. Like my, as long as you have like the cards to be good against Splinter Twin, I think that like Zoo deck is just really good. And you play these these stupid giant knights, and they just all have to die. Like all your creatures just have to die. What are your thoughts on Hate Bears with extra Ghost Quarters and Crucibles? Hate it. I hate it. I cannot stand the Hate Bear deck in Modern. Every time I play against it, I can't imagine why someone would play it. I am a hater for that deck. Like it's just a bunch of underpowered cards. Like as someone who's covered a lot of Legacy, and I've talked a great deal about Basic Plains himself, Greg Schaefer, and how much he loves Death and Taxes. Like that's a sweet control deck, and the Death and Taxes deck in Modern is nothing like that. Like you have like Flicker Wisp with Vial, which is an awesome interaction. You have Ghost Quarter, which is a surprisingly powerful card. You have, like, Restoration Angel is in that deck, like, I think. And you have Thalia. Thalia is, like, a very underplayed card in Modern. Thalia is super good. Beyond that, you got nothing. You got, like, no robustness.
Yeah.
Like, you're just a bunch of creatures, and it's just an unexciting deck from what I can tell. Like, you get you get a mana advantage from Aether Vial, but... I don't know, the deck just always seemed like it wasn't a great aggro deck and also wasn't a great control deck. X-Sasquatch is Stefan, right? Okay, good. He already got a timeout. Yeah. I should just IP ban him. Just get him out forever. But like,
he's got like 4 accounts.
I know, because I banned him a lot. But I like Crucible in general for me is like a card that you can get away with playing like one of in Modern, in some decks. Like I saw it, like Aliantrazi played one in the sideboard of Tron, and just for the mirror and like Amulet or any deck that's blowing up your lands. Like anything that's like boarding in a bunch of fulminators, you just like boarding your one Crucible and you could just randomly be able to get through it.
But God, that card is so sweet.
It's sweet. It's such a sweet
God,
card.
I love that
But
card.
it's so slow.
It is so slow. It's actually the definition of the slowest card.
I played decks with Loam in them, and Crucible is like, it's the same card. It's just slow and grindy, and like you just have no intention of winning soon. And that like can be good, but it could also just not be good enough.
Good at all. Yeah.
Let's see. What would you play in a meta full of Tron and greedy mana bases? Mark thinks you should play his deck. I would just play Twin. Like, I would play any Twin deck.
Or Burn?
Yeah, I don't think Burn is actually good against Amulet. Like, Burn is great against greedy mana bases in general.
That was a question.
Yeah, I guess I didn't say Amulet.
Yeah.
But you play Burn, you're going to beat Tron a large percentage of the time. And you'll probably...
Under 3 minutes, also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can go get some lunch.
Yeah, you can go get lunch.
You got time between rounds. Everything's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you need a reason to play your Judge Crucible? Oh, man. I got no response to that.
Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Come on.
The best I can think of is in the sideboard of, like, a...
Bug Control, Life in the Loam, Pack Rat.
You're not playing Loam and Crucible. You play one or the other.
No. We're going all in. We're going deep. That's how we're doing it.
Oh, goodness. No.
And Tassigers.
I would never play Loam and Crucible in the same deck. You play one or the other.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't draw many of that card against any opponent who's doing something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if your opponent's deck is doing anything, you just die.
Yeah.
Like, even drawing, the highest number of Loams I played in a deck is 1. I played 1 Loam. And even then, if you draw it sometimes, you die. Like, it's like, draw it against Burn. Game's over. We're good here.
Did you play it in the 4-color...
Yeah, the 4-color Loam deck. 4-color...
Gifts Ungiven.
Yeah.
That deck is sweet.
I love that deck.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's so good. It is so good.
You know what's a fun thing to do is to activate your Tassiger and then get back Raven's Crime. Which is a thing I did a lot. Get back Raven's Crime or Loam.
Yeah.
Why is that good?
It's
It's
really good.
so bad. Like,
and then you get to play Lingering Souls, you get to play Damnation, you get to play Gifts Ungiven, you get to play...
Any deck where you get to play Gifts Ungiven is a deck I'm interested in.
We all know that.
Love that card.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What a fun card.
What a incredibly frustrating card when you're playing against a player that just goes deep in the tank for like 7 minutes like LSV on these Gifts Ungiven packages.
The best thing to do, my favorite thing to do by far, is to cast Gifts and then you just immediately get 2 cards and then you wait for the last 2. You just like get the first 2 and then you just like think, because they're the cards you know they won't give you. You're like sitting there, let's say you're playing Blue White Tron. You just go you get like 3rd Tron Land Expedition map, and then you wait, and then you're just like,
well, that's why it's such
Path Thirst for Knowledge. It's fine.
Well, that's
Or
why
like
it's such
Thirst
an
for Knowledge
interesting
Gifts.
card. It's
Yeah.
because it's a lot of mind games as well.
Yeah.
Louis Scott Vargas will teach you a lot of mind games when he plays with that card.
That's what's really sweet about it. Like, and it's a much more interesting, in my opinion, than a card like Factor Fiction. Like, Factor Fiction is kind of the... Okay, so like you have skill testing and interesting, whereas Factor Fiction is like skill test and punishing. Like, Factor Fiction is all those things, but like lowest on interesting. It's extremely punishing and extremely skill testing. Like, you cast Factor Fiction, you just don't know. You could just be wrong. It's so easy to be wrong, and it's so easy to get viciously punished for being wrong. Like, you see like the one card that you think they need, and all the other cards are like not exciting, so you 4-1 split. And they just snap the four cards, and you just lose to the 4 cards because they just drew 4 cards for 4 mana. Gifts Ungiven, at least, there's a ceiling. You're only ever going to get 2 cards. You're never going to get any more than that. Like, with some, vague exceptions with flashback spells and, like, dredge spells and stuff like that. But you're not going to get as punished in this.
Well,
same
there
way.
are instances where you are technically drawing 4 cards.
Oh, yeah.
With Gifts Ungiven. Because
Raven's Crime, Life from the Loam, 2 lands.
Yeah.
4 cards. There we go. Everything's great. That's the easiest pile ever.
So good.
Get Urborg and like Tech Edge.
And then you just get Unburial Rites Iona, and then you win the game. So it's like they can. Well, I know you're all for the value ones that you just like kind of trying to grind your opponent out, but then they're like the easy wins.
I put the easy win cards in my deck, but man, are they not fun?
They're not fun at
all.
all.
Not enjoyable. Like they're there for one reason:
to win the game.
No.
What?
To win the game against burn.
Okay, yeah.
It's only there for burn. Like you just like need to put the Iona in there, and then that's the only reason it's there. Like other times, like I put it into play against Mono Blue Tron, named blue, and then lost. They're just like, Mindslaver.
Whatever.
I'm like, is that blue? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, that was fun. We're good here.
Yeah.
That, or they just play an O-Stone or something like that. Like you can't even like those cards are just like so embarrassing in some matchups. I've played some like exceptionally greedy Unburial Rites targets. Like this is a fun one.
Let me see.
This is the other one I've gotten against burn.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Most people, unless they've played Legacy Reanimator, have not seen this card. Imperial Archangel. It's pretty sweet.
Card is real sweet.
It's pretty sweet. They need 2 Boros Charms to kill this card.
No, it's
2 Boros Charms. It will work like that.
Yeah. That's sweet.
Godo is exactly the card I want on Unburial Rites. It's all value.
Put him on next.
Who do we want next? You won your first round?
I lost by a turn because I drew lands for 4 turns.
Chat, what do we want? Do we want Esper? Hate Bears? Or Esper Bears? Do we want a 10-inch? No, that is...
Don't, whatever that was going.
Do we want Burn? Do we want Baby Got Back? Do we want Elves?
More Delver.
Welding Jarbots?
You want Blue Decks? White, Red?
Come on, kids, you should have had this ready.
Yeah, we should, obviously.
Yeah.
I want to see Infect. Did Alex win his first round?
Yeah, he did.
Alex did win his.
All right,
let's put Alex on.
Yeah, we got Infect. You know what? Never mind. 10-inch. They want 10-inch. Oh
no! I'll give you 10 inches.
no. Oh damn it! Elves. Sorry guys, we'll try to get Elves on Burn, baby,
People
Burn.
actually want Burn. Y'all are crazy.
Yeah, I like Burn.
Yeah.
Burn is sweet.
So Imperial Archangel, I think, is a good target for Burn, but for Legacy Elves when you natural order. But it's actually the second best target because the best target is this card. Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. You natural order, put this card in play, and you just look at your Burn opponent. Just give him a nice smile. All right, what do you got for me? What do you want to do? What do you want to do about this? You have nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, but why do this when you can just get an Iona?
You can't natural order for Iona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about Elves.
Yeah,
Sorry,
in Elves. This is only in Elves. In Legacy Elves. This is a card that I know people have played. I've seen this card in the mirror. People have brought this in.
Oh, that's awkward.
But yeah, you do just lose to Deathrite Shaman.
Bye.
Did you get the bye? Oh
bye.
Hey, Mark, what's up?
Yeah. Come in here, buddy. How do you do?
Don't put this comparison on camera.
No, not good.
No, it is good. I just lost to Living Twin, and I'm pretty tilted.
Oh, you lost to Matt? Nice. Living Twin is sweet, though.
Mark loves Living Twin. Hey, Mark.
I do.
Mark. How's it going, Mark? Not good. I'm sorry.
I lost to the top of my deck.
You lost a 10-inch?
I lost a 10-inch.
Damn.
I received the 10-inch. What?
Yes, you can natural order for Iona. I do it with Painter.
Yes.
Natural order Painter.
Yeah.
Unbeatable deck.
No painter.
No Painter.
I've seen it.
I have seen it. We are the only ones who've seen it. Everyone else hasn't seen it. All right, we'll hop down to the play area. Wait, what's Alex's last name?
Perez?
Yes.
Bertoncini.
That's definitely wrong.
I think he's right, actually. Bertoncini.
I don't think you guys are being completely honest with me.
Alex 10-inch Perez.
That can't be right. It's called Infect, guys.
Yeah. All right, so Alex is on the left.
Oh man, looks like we need to bust out the Infect counter.
I know those arms anywhere.
I will say though, Baby Got Back, got some legs.
Got some legs.
Baby Got Back also has legs.
Killed him on turn 4, game 1.
Yeah. What was it? Disown Ancestor into Laguna Band Trailblazer into Assault Formation into Pump Your Assault Formation?
No. It was Disown Ancestor, Yoked Ox,
Oh my
Yoked!
Laguna Trailblazer, then Doran swing.
Yeah, he's...
Oh my goodness. Bust out the poison counters here.
Hashtag 10-inch.
Hashtag 10-inch?
Hashtag 10-inch.
Done.
That's a hashtag for the night.
Awful. Just the worst. Make it die. Who is on the right here? Do we know?
OP is on the right.
OP. It's 0 poison.
And 0 poison
Mark.
mark.
I don't know. Pretty sure that's OP.
Alex is playing unknown opponent at the moment. Do you know who Alex is playing against?
I'll go find out.
Can you go?
Okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna go for that? Okay. We gotta figure out who Alex is playing against. I think this is his last name. Well, I think this is how you spell his last name.
I think it's a Z.
Living twin.
Oh, it's Matt. Is it Matt?
Long hair.
Long hair, got the nice stash going.
Yeah.
Matt what?
Oh,
Matt Wilson.
But the only reason why I lost the match is in game 3, I drew nothing but lands, and he had a Reclamation Sage and 3 Beast Withins.
That's
a lot of Beast Withins.
Eventually, he just got like
Who are you against?
Jameson.
Elves.
He got 17 elves on the board and just started swinging, and then was chipping like 3 life away at me at a time, and it was very unfortunate.
Hey, you guys might think this game would end quickly, but let me tell you what's really good against Infect. Violent Outburst back with Simeon Spirit Guide.
Yep.
Just make them sacrifice their creatures.
I did this at the Open at the Invitational.
Yeah, you said you beat this deck, right?
Oh, yeah.
You said it was like pretty easy.
It's not hard. They don't have...
They need a fast draw, right?
Yeah, so post board, the guy that I played against had some counters, which kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
But that was also late in the game, and I had 6 mana, so I just cast a Violent Outburst.
There you go.
So, I mean, I actually favor Living Twin.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, if Baby got back...
Oh my god.
Doesn't get me there. I need 2 wins, and I'll play it at the PBDQ
But I think
on Saturday.
I think
Otherwise, I'll be on Living Twin again.
I think
Yes.
regardless, I think this should be an interesting matchup.
Oh yeah, it should be fine. I'm afraid it's going to be a little bit.
Lopsided?
The
a little
giveaways for
lopsided.
tonight. I'm going to tell you about them after this match.
Yeah, we'll cut back to the booth for that.
Yeah.
Pretty important being on the play versus the Infect deck. We'll see.
He doesn't know yet.
That's a Gitaxian Probe.
Still doesn't know.
Oh, we need to move the camera to that table.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got? We got Jungle Weaver, Splinter Twin, Architects of Will among the cards listed there. There's also a
There's a
Deadshot
Minotaur. Yeah, Architects of Will. Splinter Twin.
Dismember.
No, it's not a Dismember.
No, I'm
That's
crazy.
Skeletal, whatever. What?
Which way?
It needs to go towards us. Or like the whole table needs to go towards us. I don't know if now's the best time to do it, but probably in between games. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
You see a cycling of Architects of Will followed by a cycling of Street Wraith. Going to be a lot of foils in this match. I know Alex's entire deck is foil.
Yeah. He's got the Jameson syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, most of my deck's foil tonight too.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
That's unreal.
I mean,
except your yoked oxen. Your yoked oxen.
Oh, they're foil.
Oh my god.
100% foil. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you're going to build that deck and you don't foil it, you're an idiot.
You're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's exciting.
I will say my disowned ancestors were 50 cents. So like, I was a little
well worth
I was a
it.
little tilted at that price.
Yeah,
but-
spend a whole $2.
Honestly, though, I would be a little tilted at that price.
Yeah. So
Let's see what we got here. Looks like end step fetch for a breeding pool from Alex, which is completely shrouded in the light. A wooded foothills and a pass.
Matt still has no idea what Alex is playing.
Yeah, I think at this point you probably have an idea of infect, but like the fact that Alex hasn't played a creature here has not really told you much. But
And it could be twin. Could be team or twin.
I mean,
it could be team or twin.
this,
That's true.
I mean, this also could very well be Scape Shift as well. Like
yeah,
his start.
Probe is the one card that would push me away from
Probe
it.
is weird.
I think I would be between.
But-
I think I would actually be closer to it being twin than it being infect, given that he hasn't played a creature.
Yeah.
Or a weird Rug Delver list.
Yes, just cut all of his creatures.
Yeah.
Funny, Matt did draw Deceiver Exarch. I don't believe he has a 4th land, but he does have the twin in hand. So
Does he go for it at the end? I mean,
I think you definitely cast Exarch. But, well, you get really blown out by Vines of Vastwood.
So I actually would have. Is this still end of Matt's turn? Because
Yes.
I would probably actually cast it at his upkeep and tap a land down.
Oh, he's just doing it now. I think he's playing around counters now because, again, Alex has not made it clear what deck he's playing. So he's just going to cast this and not get it remanded.
Yeah, which is fair. Does he has a Violent Outburst in hand, though, right?
I wonder what Matt... Oh, no, this was upkeep.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
he
good.
did do it.
Okay.
Well, he could go for it. He does get blown out pretty bad by Remand.
But you don't care because you've got the rest of your combo. Yeah, you just go for it.
Let's see, do we have the vines?
Oh, and that's a...
Wait, we got a fetch.
Oh, what is happening? Does he have vines? He's got to have vines.
Vines would be pretty great here.
Yep.
But again, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter too much.
Yeah.
Civic Charm! I did not expect that. I'm assuming he's bouncing the Deceiver Exarch. You don't see Civic Charm a lot.
It's a one of in Alex's list. I don't like it.
What are the other modes? So bounce and
Permanents you control gain hexproof, and target creature gets +3/+3.
okay.
So it actually does do like
It does,
two relevant things, and then one thing that randomly makes you not lose the game.
Yeah.
But again, this is fine. Alex does not have a creature on the board. He just spent his
He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, he's done absolutely nothing. Matt's under zero pressure. Now it looks like we're
Wild
probably going to get a
Defiance.
Blighted Agent.
Or a Wild Defiance. Oh,
No, there's a Blighted.
Yeah, he moved the Blighted Agent to
Yeah.
the front of his hand.
I think you just jam. Well, he can't cast Outburst. He doesn't have the mana for Outburst. Well,
Yeah, now he does.
just drew Pluto, so now he does.
Yeah.
At this point, now, I mean, he's showing you Blighted Agent. You know he's Infect. These decks do not play counter magic in their main deck. I would just jam an Outburst.
Yeah.
We'll see what he decides to do.
Yeah, he's got enough in the yard.
He's got
to
what,
put a
four
pretty
creatures?
fast clock. You could
He's got a pass.
It's a turn
Does-
2 clock.
Yeah,
Turn clock.
does he have any? He has at least one more cycler in hand, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So actually, at his upkeep, I probably would have flashed in Deceiver Exarch again, just tapping it down.
Oh, I don't
like.
think
I understand that it's going to go in the yard, but that also sets you up later
no.
for a Kiki G.
I think you could just lose the game if you do that.
Why?
Apostle's Blessing pump spell.
Oh,
become
sure.
immense.
All right. Yep. That's a thing.
Especially given that Alex doesn't cast any other creatures, you know his hand is
Yeah,
some
it's
pump
full
spells in
of
it.
stuff. Yep. All right.
Wild Defiance is a terrifying magic card.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, it basically means, Matt, you're dead next turn if you let me untap.
Or you're dead this turn. Become Immense just kills you.
He doesn't have... Oh, there's Wooded Foothills.
Yeah. But I think we're going to see Matt.
There is a
cast
Become
Outburst.
Immense in hand.
Yeah. I don't know. I actually kind of like waiting though
On what?
on the
Become
Violent
Immense?
Outburst.
Oh,
No.
until he goes for it.
Until he goes for it, or he get a little bit more incentive because basically you're just going to be you always have that ability,
Yeah.
and you know he's not going to be able to do anything, and then you're going to be drawing more cyclers, and you'll be able to set it up so you just kill him in one swing. So like
This might be close to lethal here. If he has one more cycler, it probably is lethal. Like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, one more cycler gets there. But
he's got a Deadshot Minotaur in hand.
that's interesting then. Where's that living end? Every now and then, I just like want my opponent to just have like messed up, like they just left in a lightning bolt. Like there's like a lightning bolt in your deck, and you just like hit lightning bolts or something horrible like that.
So we know he has one living end in hand. Like, see, but if Alex has drawn another creature and he just sandbagged, I don't know.
Oh no, he's responding. He's responding to it
Okay, good.
with the living end still on the stack. Yeah, now this is
Good.
going to be
All
lethal.
right. And yeah, so we're gonna get an activation from Architects of Will. So
Mm-hmm.
Matt's gonna be able to stack the top of Alex's deck to the best of his ability.
We'll see if he wants.
The rest.
No, he's going to do himself.
Oh. I kind of like he hasn't played another creature. I kind of like fucking him out of creatures.
This is just lethal though.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
So
Much
6,
10 plus 6. So
Oh,
16.
Listener L for Alex.
Yeah, so he has to chump block. Oh, well, no, you just cast Exarch and tap it.
There you go. And this is why I played that deck. All right. So he's counting some okay, so he's got the and he's got the Weaver.
Well, he's got just game.
There's no way for Alex to stop him unless we have life totals completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure we don't. I mean, he has to chump anyway, so I think either play works.
Yeah.
Like, I think I would be incentivized to just go for the play that kills my opponent immediately, but I will say that both lines are going to end up killing Alex. Yeah, Alex is just going to concede here.
Okay.
All right. Living Twin. Doing work.
So sweet.
The market
See,
mana
like,
special.
I don't. See, I almost wonder if that's wrong though, and you do need to play the Exarch because he's got a Wild Defiance in play.
Mm-hmm.
So if he targets the Glistener Elf with 2 things, which is possible, was he tapped out?
Yeah, he was tapped out. Yeah,
Right.
like I think if he's not tapped out, then you for sure just attack with everyone and say it's fine. But given that he wasn't, or given that he was completely tapped out, I mean, it looked like the swing was going to be lethal no matter what.
My guess is probably Dismember and Shriekmaw coming in because it looks like his list is level very close to the one that I came up with as well, which is basically just from that Star City.
Yeah.
IQ, the guy that plays 5th, and then I put an island in there instead of.
He had an island too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That's what. See, we came to the same conclusion.
Yeah. I think the only question is if
You guys get married.
Yeah, Blood Moon's pretty good against.
Maybe I will.
Will you?
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Yeah.
Guys, you guys can get married. It's fine. No one's stopping you.
I
Would
got-
you board in Ricochet Trap?
I got 10-inch for Matt.
You guys.
I'm gonna board in 10-inch.
Oh my. You guys are sideboarding geniuses.
Would I board in Ricochet Trap? I don't know because like I feel like the Granite and Modern is definitely something I'm weaseling my way into.
Yeah.
With big butts and
Yeah,
twinning ends.
Yeah,
And,
tier 1 decks.
yeah.
Started from the top and we're still at the bottom.
We're still here. No.
Started from tier 2 and we're still here.
Yeah.
Hey,
Tier 2.
Hey,
That's a little
I finished
generous.
I finished 2-2 with that deck last week. So
That doesn't mean anything.
it's like so. I'm just saying.
Local man plays in local legacy tournament. Nothing changes.
Yeah.
It was Modern. And
Modern, excuse me. Excuse me.
So it turns out when you're running 6 planes, Blood Moon, to shut off your rugged prairies, not great.
You know what?
Not great.
That's true. I
And
believe
Demigod
you.
is your finisher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a Nombo.
Yeah, that was bad. It was so bad. Who was that? Oh, was it you or was it Steven that convinced me to play? I said, I want to play Demigod, but I know it's really bad.
It was me.
Yeah.
Because I love that card.
I know, who doesn't? I did.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that card. That card was in one of my favorite extended decks.
Scred.
Definitely not that one. No.
And it wasn't in Scred. Oh, that's right. I did play against
It belongs in
Scred
Scred.
and then Burn.
If it goes anywhere.
Yeah. It belongs in Scred.
The deck that I was a big fan of was the blue. It was a blue-red counter burn deck. It played.
Oh, yeah.
It played 4 Cryptic Command and 4 Demigod.
Why not?
And that's sweet. Like its only win conditions were I think Demigods and Jaces.
Cryptic's a win condition.
Yeah. So is Flame Javelin.
Oh.
You just Flame Javelin them out for you.
Yep.
4 spot.
You ever paid 6 for a Flame Javelin?
Nope. I paid. Wait.
Yeah.
Probably.
I was about to say.
I've certainly paid 6 for Spectral Procession.
Yeah.
I paid both. I definitely. I think
I did that last night.
Last night.
Yeah, I
really?
did that in Modern Masters.
I think I've played Spectral for every one of its possible mana costs. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's not-
like
that's
3,
not
4,
super
5,
bad,
and
yeah.
6.
God, get a life, Phil.
I really like Spectral Procession.
Nah.
Oh, you can't.
I definitely had moments where playing like Soul Sisters where when I used to play I had like Ghost Quarter in that deck.
Sure.
And I just draw both of them. And it's like, well, planes, double Ghost Quarter, cast this, and they're just like, wait.
Get it.
They think it's gonna be Ranger Vios, and it's just Spectral Procession.
So, Phil, I know you to be a huge Soul Sisters fan.
I'm a big fan.
What do you think of this card?
Tainted Remedy. I'll read it for the chat. Black 2 enchantment. If an opponent would gain life, that player loses that much life instead. That's fine. They already have that card. It's called Reign of Gore for black and red. Except Reign of Gore is symmetric, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe it's if a player would gain life.
And isn't that just a great sideboard card against them?
This
No,
card?
no,
Yeah!
no. It was trying to. Oh, I was trying
Oh,
to say.
no.
Like,
Oh, that's
how
what
do you
I'm saying.
feel about this card?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Get
and-
crushed by it. Never
yeah.
beat it in a million years.
Oh.
No, I wasn't like.
Okay. I was like, you just see, like,
Seems
what
like
if you're not
sweet
playing? What if you're not playing against a creature deck?
This is sweet tech for the Soul Sisters deck. No, I'm saying against it. You board it in against
sure.
it. I'm trying to make Phil feel bad.
I feel great about it. You can never make me feel bad about Soul Sisters because it's all positivity. It's the
Yeah.
most positive deck in Modern.
It is.
Are you for Norn?
I would no mono white.
All right. So 17.
Perforos?
I believe this is get. Oh no, is that tapped?
Yep.
Okay.
No, he's down to 7. He played a Glistener Elf. So,
we did. Okay.
Yeah, fetch of wooded foothills into something that produces green. Oh no, actually noble
That's a
hierarch.
noble hierarch. Yeah, judge foil.
Sorry. Look at the bottom border.
Today on Magic Online, I have Soul Sisters as the only modern deck. I almost have Twin built. But I have right now. I only have Soul Sisters. I went to go play a tournament practice room. I loaded my deck. My opponent won the die roll. I kept my 7. He kept his. He goes Flag Center, Trocare, Souls Attendant, and I conceded the match because there is nothing worse that any human being can do than play the Soul Sisters mirror. It is so truly horrible. Listen, Ralph.
Birchlord Ranger.
Birchlore Rangers is what you're going with?
Looks like you can see the guy in there and he's kind of dancing with the other one.
You only ever play that card face down.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's a Glycerin Elf.
It is a Glycerin Elf. And an Inkmoth Nexus, which is
Am I
a
on the
card
wrong
that
night?
Alex did not have.
Yeah, I think so.
Wrong night? Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna be maybe tomorrow night I'll come and play Legacy after I've been drinking all day because I have plans to drink all day.
Fair enough.
We'll see.
I can't be here tomorrow.
Oh.
but
Oh.
That's
I would-
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Wait, who's... I forget this.
Well, yeah, we'll
Yeah,
talk about
I have
that.
no idea.
All right, we see an end-step fetch from Mad Fetching Steam Vents. The one thing I really enjoy about this Living Twin deck is you have to fetch some weird combinations of lands.
Yeah.
It's the Steam Vents Overgrown Tomb special.
I definitely lost a couple games purely because I did not think my land choices through
Several turns
long
ahead.
enough.
Yeah.
Well, no, I thought several turns ahead,
But you need
but
more.
it's like you need to have just like incredible foresight some of these times. So
Yeah, we definitely should get someone standing over Alex's shoulders with an umbrella. That would be nice. Anyone wants to volunteer?
And so did we?
10-inch.
Did he discard for
Yeah,
turn?
he missed his land drop.
Okay.
I wonder if Alex can just kill Matt here. It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
So
He doesn't have enough cards in his graveyard to get Become Immense going now, but he has at least 2 Infect.
He's got plenty of land.
All right, this is just 2.
Alex is a very patient...
Yes,
Infect player.
Alex has played this deck for quite some time. He knows to be patient.
Oh.
He drew Shriekmaw. Oh, there's a Dismember.
Yeah. All right. So dismember's fine.
Did you just fire off the Dismember here? Like, obviously, it's
Yeah.
bad, but like, what's the other choice? Nothing.
I want that to happen, and then I want Alex to say okay, and then Alex untaps.
Uses the creature that died to delve for Become Immense and kills him.
Yeah, with Noble Hierarch. I want to see the Noble Hierarch win from Infect.
I've seen it. It happens.
Yeah.
It's not common.
It's not common, but it's a thing that occurs.
So Matt choosing to just hold up Dismember here. I do not think this will work out well.
Oh, what's going on? I see things.
Just a suggestion that someone block out this glare. So we see a swing for 2 from Noble Hierarch after the Exalted trigger, and that's just going to happen. Another Inkmoth Nexus and a Blighted Agent.
Anger of the Gods.
Nope, just a Dismember. I wonder if Alex even cares. He has 4 Infect creatures out here. He has a Spell Pierce? Nah, you're just whatever.
All right, please kill him with Noble Hierarch. He's at 11. just go for it.
You're slightly closer with... you're even, really.
Yeah, and see, all right, and so this is a prime example of making sure that you're fetching the right lands, because he drew his Shriekmaw, and he fetched a land that could not produce black.
Yep.
So...
Oh, man, we're almost at damage. I want that. We're at
Yeah.
9 now. Now damage is ahead. But yeah, you're right. Like, this is a thing that's extremely common in this deck. Like, if you...
It's hard. It's really fucking hard.
Yeah, Matt was just like, okay, I'm gonna need blue. I'm gonna need blue at some point, but I need the red to cycle this Deadshot Minotaur. So,
Well, see, I would have fetched up Blood Crypt. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Just because you can cycle all of your cyclers off of it.
Oop, action. The Civic
The
Charm
Civic
coming
Charm.
back. Here's a pump for 3. This is not quite lethal. This is still only 5 Infect. We'll see if Alex has anything else here. He has.
I mean, what are the odds that he has nothing else in it?
Extremely low, I would say.
Yeah. He's been holding back this hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a mutagenic growth?
Yeah.
Yep, paying 2 life. And that's game. Matt just really trying to bluff with that shocking.
He could have killed him with the Noble Hierarch.
He could have.
I'm very sad he did.
I mean, he could have killed him with the Noble Hierarch like 2 turns ago if he had a Wild Defiance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying not even non-wild defiance.
Yeah.
So let's see.
That's what I hear usually happens with the deck. That's like where that comes from. Is like, well, it's like what I was like, what happened? It's like, well, I killed my opponent. Like I talked to my friend after a round. He's like, I'm like, how'd it go? He's like, well, I won with damage. I'm like, what happened? He's just like, well, wild defiance. He's like, shrug, wild defiance.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it happen though, even without wild defiance, because I realize wild defiance is pretty standard nowadays. But
Yeah, at this point.
But I've definitely seen. I guess it's
Wild
more. That's
So I borrowed my friend's infect deck, and I was playing it, and kind of off to a slow start. I tried to play something. I have a wild defiance out. I landed that, but I had no creatures. I tried to land a blighted agent. He swan songs, and then I killed him with a 17/17 bird next turn.
Oh my
It's real sweet.
It's like mutagenic growth it, Might of Volcroza, Become Immense.
No, there was Become Immense in there. There was definitely Become Immense there.
I wonder
And
if
then they
anyone's
could
ever
mutagenic
cast two of those in one turn.
two become immenses.
Yeah, that seems so like
I've never-
because usually
I've
you
never
cast
seen
one
it.
and they just die.
Yeah,
Right?
you only
Yeah.
need the reason why people jam 4 is because you really kind of need to draw them to win some games.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't really need 4. You need 4, but you don't want to draw more than one.
It's the card that takes the most number of turns. It always takes a full turn off of your full turn off your clock. Like it's always
Sometimes it
one
takes
and
a
half.
full game off your clock.
Oh, it takes a full game off your opponent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like Matt is going to be the one mulliganing this time. We'll see if Alex is going to keep his 7.
Yeah. So living twin, you don't really want to mulligan.
Yeah, I feel like this is not the greatest mulligan deck.
It's like 6 is okay, but if you ever have to go below 6, it sucks.
You'd say your win probability plummets at that point.
Unless you.
What is he at right now in terms of
Unless you go like
percentages?
runner, win.
Interesting. I mean,
so to be fair, even on 6, like again, infect is a special case because you really only need violent outburst, or you just need a cascade spell, and you need the mana to cast it. And if you have that, most of the time you can get to a point where you stabilize, and you don't have to really worry. And if some crazy shenanigans happens again, you just have to have another cascade spell.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even like Dread, that's still fine.
yeah,
Because they always give you a creature to do it, and you have to. Yeah.
it's a little bit worse when the infect deck gets to board. And like I saw that in that game, Alex won the game, never casting the spell pierce in his hand.
Yes.
And
That's
definitely-
awkward.
Yeah, that card's kind of a beating, especially if you really need to kill the creature on turn 3.
Yes.
Like once you go later, you're usually able to pay for it, but it can be frustrating. Tapped Watery Grave and a pass.
So Matt drew a Grove of the Burnwills and a Simian Spirit Guide off those 2 street
Let's
races.
see what we got here. We got the entire twin combo in Exarch.
Get there.
This is fine.
And he has all the mana he needs to enact that.
Yep. And do you remember when I turned 2'd you?
No, Mark, I forgot.
Twice in a row.
Turn 3. It was turn 3. Mark was just like, he just messaged me. He's like, we should test some Modern before this tournament. Let's just have some fun. Test some Modern games. I really want to try out this Living Twin deck. Mark proceeded to kill me on turn 3 like the first 4 games we played. And they were each of those games involved multiple Simian Spirit Guides. It was so obnoxious.
It's a beautiful thing.
It was very beautiful.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 10-inch.
What do you...
I played the old 10-inch against Phil, and it was several games in a row.
Phil, I'm sorry.
It's the thing. I'm sorry, too.
Yeah.
I'm extremely sorry.
Ooh, all right. So Inkmoth Nexus coming in for Alex.
Oh, man.
Activating his other Inkmoth Nexus, swinging for 1. That's some sweet 1 poison.
And some awkward mana.
Yes, it is.
Some real awkward mana.
Looks like...
And he kept his 7, right?
7 with the probe on the draw.
Woo!
Alex would keep that. I know him. He would.
Ooh.
No, but no. It's not a great keep, but he would keep that.
He's gonna need to draw. He needs to
He's
draw.
gonna die. He's just gonna die.
He needs Vines of Vastwood.
Yeah.
And even then,
all right,
Vines
so
of Vastwood
here-
doesn't
here-
do it.
I think he does.
Here's the
I think he
thing.
has
No. Oh, what are you doing?
He has
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. I was like, this is you don't play fearful, right?
No, you go for it.
go
That's
for
what.
it. Wait.
Here, if you're playing Living Twin, you should be balls to the wall
Yeah.
constantly. That is why you are
Yeah.
playing this deck, is to get as many free wins as you possibly can, and hopefully you wiggle your way into the top.
You draw this weird half part of your combo, half not part of your
Just
combo.
like-
He passes the
YOLO.
turn. Oh, he just concedes. He just concedes. I don't even see if we have another match.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, beautiful.
Looks like we have.
All right, I'm gonna move the table over too.
Okay. I'll entertain you guys. I'm here. That was insane. Living Twin just does work, I guess. I can't really explain it. But yeah, it's just gonna happen. It looks like Alex kept a hand that was just heavy on green spells, heavy on Wild Defiance. Looked like a relatively quick hand if he drew the green source early, but I think his goal, if he hit the green spell out of one of his first, the green land on one of his first 2 draw steps, he could have gone turn 1 Noble Hierarch, turn 2 Wild Defiance, and turn 3 probably kill him. So it's a hand I think you probably have to keep playing Infect. Like, that's sort of the problem. Sorry about that. But every now and then, the issue with the Infect deck that I've encountered more than anything else is that you have the possibility of just drawing the wrong half of your deck. That was mana. That wasn't really the issue there, but we saw in that first game, Alex just drew a creature way too late where it couldn't interact, had no chance of racing the living end deck. Also, game 1s are pretty tough because of the Violent Outburst, but...
Oh my god, I'm a god.
Oh my god, I'm a god.
Let me get that 10-inch out.
Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark McManus. He's a delight. I think we have another match.
We do. I have no idea who it is.
It is neither of the people we have listed here.
I'll go find out their names.
Thank you.
Since Matt's not doing his job, you know.
All right, we'll get some info in a second here, but it looks like we're going to what I would imagine is a game 3. I will reset as much as I can in the meantime. Give me 1 second, guys. Looks like our left player, who I don't know who it is mulliganing. Yeah, Hate Bears does not have halves to its deck. You just draw creatures every day, all creatures. All right. Oh, it's Nick Roar. Okay, Nick Roar's on the right? On the right. No, he's on the left.
Yes.
That's definitely Nick Roar.
Yes.
Matt Collender.
Got the glare.
Looks like Affinity.
Slightly better. Is that an Ichor mirror? I hope so.
That is a Vault Scourge. That's definitely not a Nick Club
I
here.
think it's an Ichor mirror.
Oops, I got that wrong. Right player. We don't know what he's playing.
Definitely played that in
No,
standard,
first match.
involving
Tell me about it.
artifacts, infect artifacts, and tempered steel.
Ooh, Tempered Steel was great.
Yeah, tempered steel +2/+2 to artifact creatures you control.
Lover. How's it doing?
Hello, hello.
Woo!
What do we
All
got?
right, so Matt's at
This looks like Burn.
fetching up. No, I don't think this is your typical burn start. If I had to guess,
I don't
Mono
know.
Green Devotion.
Mono Green Devotion.
Yeah.
That's an excellent. It's a pretty reasonable.
No, I
assumption.
really think he's right.
Yeah. the classic Mountain Grim Lavamancer.
We all know and love it. We've seen it a
Mono
million
Green
times.
Devotion.
I don't
Yeah.
love it. I definitely don't love it. You can't,
I mean, I don't think it belongs in the deck, but sometimes you just get that draw.
Yeah.
this is a. Oh no, this is a. It's just like a Naya deck.
It is. I saw a Kusali Pride Mage in hand.
Naya? I don't know.
Hey, you know what's really fun?
Ugh,
Cranial. Wait. You know what's really fun? Cranial plating versus Doran. Boom! Get there.
Wow, that is a delight.
That is pretty sweet.
We were testing. Turns out Doran really good against the fish.
That's so funny. It is really good against Affinity.
It also helps when your opponent does not read assault formation and does not realize when you pump the butts, you're pumping the team.
Oh yeah, it is a nice one.
Definitely killed him because he could have blocked, but he didn't.
Wow.
Wait, who's the worst matchup that we were talking about earlier? It's just
Pillow fort.
No.
For what?
Against you, like
Yeah.
you're their worst matchup.
Lantern.
Lantern.
Oh my god, they can't do anything. They're just like, it's like the entire deck. The premise of the deck is that you play Ensnaring Bridge and your opponent can't do anything, but you play Ensnaring Bridge also.
In the main. And
You play 3.
And I kill on turn 4 pretty regularly.
Yeah.
So
I love how there's just like one shark, like great white shark of a deck out there waiting to just eat Lantern at any moment.
So funny. So embarrassing.
All you Lantern players out there, fear the baby back.
Fear baby got back.
baby got back.
Yeah.
Because baby do in fact got
Yeah.
Matt's draw looks pretty good here. Looks like we have. What is this? What?
What is that?
Stay in the mind.
Oh God, I love
Convoked. What?
I love that card.
What could he be
What is
naming?
stay in the mind?
It's cranial extraction, but with convoke.
Oh.
So Nick names a non-land card, and he gets to search Matt's graveyard, library, and hand for any copies of that card and remove them.
What did he name?
We'll find out. Stony Silence. Wow.
Alright.
No, I really don't like this. I'll just tell you right
yeah.
now that I really don't like
I
this.
don't like that either. You already have cranial plating equipped. Yeah, it can go ahead and kill
The Lava
the
Man.
Lava Mancer can go ahead and kill your guy. I don't know.
He's just going to lose to this Lava Mancer is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The Lava Mancer and also the Kasali Pride Mage in his hand that's going to kill the plating.
Yeah.
I can't imagine wanting to bring in Stay in the Mind against non-combo decks.
Yeah.
I think if Matt could put Stay in the Mind in Nick's deck, he would put as many copies of as he could, because that card does not kill Matt. It's just it's not proactive.
It also doesn't deal with 10 inches very well either.
Yeah.
Doesn't do that in the slightest.
Cranial plating is 10 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except if Doran's on the field.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't come to bat. Yeah, it's a little shy.
What would I do without my co-commentators? That's the real question. I certainly wouldn't jump off a bridge.
I honestly don't. I agree with you guys on that play. I think it was just the Affinity fear. Like, if you ever played Affinity and like Stony Silence is just your worst enemy.
Nope, just wouldn't play Affinity.
Yeah, and it's not.
If you're afraid, don't play the deck.
Yeah, and it's not really. Like, I don't think you should be trying to play around that card. Like, I mean,
No,
like, you
I
can't.
agree.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is Naya Company.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Kibler's been playing it and has convinced me to never play the deck ever again, considering I have yet to see him win a match and he's posted a video series 3 or 4 times.
The confidence you should display in the deck should exude from the fact that, not from him, basically. Both Brian Kibler, Paul Rietzel and Matt Sperling did very well within the GP.
Okay.
Paul Rietzel getting 10th, going 13-2.
All right, fair enough.
Like him and Patrick Chapin both missed top 8 based on tiebreakers.
Yeah, Patrick Chapin getting 9.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's rough.
Yeah,
It's not great.
I feel bad.
I don't feel that bad. It happens. He still won 13-2. Plus, like, I don't know. He needs the points are probably more important to him than other people because he really wants to qualify for Worlds. But
And so, since this game is probably not going anywhere,
it's going somewhere if you're Nick.
Yeah,
Poorly.
Yeah. So I'd like to. What's the new time twister that's coming out?
Hold on.
Rights of
Hold on.
Undoing. No, that's a card from
Days Undoing.
Days Undoing.
Almost got
So this is one thing I was thinking about. Days Undoing and Infinity.
You got this tapped. Sounds horrible.
Well, you can shit out your hand on turn 1, potentially cast Days Undoing turn 1. Then you have a completely new hand, and you're still swinging the entire time.
Yeah, I think in practice it will almost never work out like
All
that.
right, we'll see.
I think that card has a lot of upside that will not be abused in a fair deck like that. If you're gonna play that card, you need to do something like decidedly unfair. The curve of that deck needs to be lower to be happy with that card. Like, and I think you still need to do work to like make that card good. Like, I honestly can't think of a place where you want it. Like, we talked for a while about the new tutor.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what it's called. But that one seems like there are a lot of places where it can slot in, have some sort of effect. But I struggle to find a place where that card does something positive.
Also, side note, if you're Nick and if you want to play like a surgical extraction type of card, why don't just play surgical extraction so you don't have to tap your creatures?
Surgical is probably not ideal because I don't think Nick should be bringing it in against the
I don't either, but I'm just trying to find out the logic behind a more expensive surgical extraction.
Well, surgical extraction means the card needs to be in the graveyard.
Yeah,
and
he needs to have fought through a
sure.
Stony Silence to even surgically extract it.
All right.
Get that place.
Dark Petition, boom, by the way.
Dark Petition. Like, that card, Dark Petition has a ton of promise. I have no idea if it'll be good, but it's a card that I'm, like, willing to experiment with. Days of Undoing just appears to be another... I could name any card here. Time Reversal. Temporal Mastery, Temporal Trespass,
Ham Sandwich.
Ham Sandwich. It is basically a ham sandwich.
Treasure Cruise.
It is nowhere near those cards.
Did we see an attack for one?
Just for yeah, he attacked. He put the plating on Mem Knight, and then Matt cracked the Pride Mage. So Matt with Collecting Company in his hand looks to be in pretty firm control of the game. The only card Nick can really draw to do anything would be
Ravager?
I'll say Edge Champion even.
Edge Champion, it's a little hairy too though because he has to activate his Inkmoth Nexuses, at which point
he's a Mox Opal.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But yeah, this is still susceptible to getting Lavamancered, and then he can untap and kill the Edge Champion. It feels so good. Side note, to kill an Edge Champion with just normal damage. Because it's so rare. They always have 2 Darksteel Citadels.
So here's the thing. When I was playing Tezzeret, I had Executioner's Capsule. Played Executioner's Capsule, alright?
Okay.
My opponent has an Edge Champion that is turned on, and a Ravager. He goes for the kill, sacking everything except for his...
oh my god.
Edge Champion.
And you just sit there and
said,
like, yep.
This is good. Ooh. I appreciate this, and now it's dead.
You got the Ensoul Artifact on the Mox Opal.
I'm a huge fan of Ensoul Artifact.
Scissors.
Rough.
I like Ensoul.
Rough.
Yeah, me too.
How do you... 10 inches.
Yeah, alright.
Rough.
Scissors.
That is a rough 10 inches coming Matt Collander's way.
My goodness. Alright, we'll see a fetch from Matt. I'm assuming he's just going to cast Collecting Company here and try and find another Pride Mage and blow up the Mox Opal. If he does, I'd imagine the game is just over immediately.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to come back from that.
This looks like sort of the last threat. Yes, Mark. The last threat that Nick has available. He has 1 card in hand. This is gonna be pretty rough.
I still want to know what Matt was like, what he was reading or what he thought he was reading, what was going through his head when 10 inches was a deck choice.
Oh my god.
We have some love in the chat for hashtag 10-inch.
Jesus H. Christ.
Hashtag 10-inch 2015. Hashtag 10-inch tour 2K15.
This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I shoaled a turn 1 Boggle on the draw a week ago, and that the rest of my Magic career will never live up to that moment.
That is pretty
That
good.
sounds amazing. That their Boggle opponent's so happy. They're on the play. They have Slippery Boggle. They're just like, this is my 1 card. I'm going to crush you. And then you just Disrupting Shoal, exile Gitaxian Probe. You just look at him.
That is pretty incredible.
We'll see what Matt hits here. Looks like he's just got a couple of wild Nicoddles.
Oof. They're big though. He can just trade. I think he's.
Would you just double block?
Yeah, I'm 100% happy. I lose 1 Noctil.
Nacatl. Yes.
I lose 1 10-inch, and then he loses his Ensoul Artifact and his Mox Opal.
Yeah, seems great. I think the double block here is and super safe too.
Yeah.
Given that Nick is tapped out, like you're trading a Nacatl for a 5/5 seems fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Calm down. It's okay.
Matt.
Oh,
Just chump block.
Matt. No, Matt.
I really don't.
I mean,
like
he's
the
gonna
chump.
activate Grim Lavamancer and
And
do
he
it, so
does.
it's gonna be the same. But
It is the same,
I'd rather leave the 2 cards in my graveyard.
Oh, to kill the Mem Knight.
Yes.
I agree. It's a small difference, but I think it the same result, but
It's
suboptimal.
suboptimal. Yes.
Especially given that he has 2 copies of Knight of the Reliquary in his hand, so exiling lands from his graveyards
man.
is not exactly is not going to be positive. We'll see what Matt wants to do here. He's probably going to cast at least one of these knights, maybe both. We'll start off with the fetch. Wooded Foothills.
Man, Collected Company still really strong. It's been really strong all
4
night.
mana get 2 3/3s.
Yeah.
Wasn't even that scary. It's just 2 3/3s, and it was still very good.
Yeah.
We've seen
That's
been
why you
strong all
only
night.
ever suit up an Ornithopter
Or
a
Darksteel Citadel.
Yeah.
hard to get excited when you're just like putting it on a drum or a Mox Opal or something like that.
Yeah. There's nothing better than putting it on a Darksteel Citadel, though.
Yeah.
Making a 5. There's nothing better than pathing.
Here's what you also do.
Halving it.
Here's what you also do. You activate your Ink Moth. You put it on your Ink Moth. All right.
Concede.
And then you just constantly
Concede.
put mana into
You
it.
just concede. You concede.
You just keep.
That's not how that works. You do not have time.
I think it works that way.
I'm glad you think it works
You
that way.
respond to the fact that it is no longer a creature and the equipment is falling off to make it a creature so the equipment doesn't fall off. State base.
Ignoring the gobbledygook that's coming out of Mark's mouth, it looks like we have a Knight of the Reliquary. I believe it's a 5/5. Look like there are 3 lands in the graveyard and an attack for 3. So we're finally getting to work on Nick's life total.
It's going to go really quickly, too.
Yeah, Knight does not mess around. Start just fetching fetch. You just go get some fetch lands. Go get some canopies. Just go crazy.
Is there a line?
Signal Pest, powerful draw.
Yeah, but I mean, is there a line that...
Affinity plays some real crap cards.
Signal Pest is one of the better cards in the deck
Yeah.
too. Signal Pest is like one of your best ways to beat Stony Silence. It's just play a couple of them.
And I mean, to be fair, Grim Lavamancer is really the only thing that's keeping Matt down. Or keeping, Nick down.
And we see a plating. All right, this is step 1. He needed to draw this card. He's still in not great
He's
situation.
still fucked. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
you
the
go
Grim Lavamancer is going to
activate
be
Grim-
really problematic.
See, I understand that you have Knight out there, but you're not in a rush. Nick has no cards in hand. I would have activated Grim Lavamancer end of turn, killed one of his creatures, and then just done it again.
I don't agree. I think
You
definitely don't do it again. I don't, because the only way you lose this game is getting infected out.
Sure. I mean, but it's such a slow, and you have him on a 4-turn clock. Even if you do that,
3-turn clock right now. This is 8 damage.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't know.
I don't think you need to be aggressive. I think being patient is fine. You're the control deck. You don't need to kill him fast. Especially when you have double Knight at the ready. Attack for 8.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely fair. I think killing one of them is a free roll.
Yeah, I don't
killing Signal Pest is a complete free roll, but I wouldn't want to just immediately kill something. I can't imagine there's a draw that gets Nick out of this here. Multiple Etch Champions doesn't even do it because Matt has the option of going to fetch up Kessig Wolfrun.
Yeah.
I think this deck is I think this Naya Company deck is actually rather sweet. It's not a deck I can ever really see myself playing.
Yep,
Yeah,
there
there's
it
a
is.
conception.
I'm gonna disappear.
Naya Company doing work. Good luck in your next round, Mark. Thank you, Mark, for coming. Guest commentator for
Be
the
on
round.
camera.
I'll be on camera. I don't care.
Well, you're on 1 now.
Yeah, you're 1-1.
Yeah. Baby
He
got
wants,
back.
he wants to see Baby Got Back in the chat.
Yeah, if you guys want to see Baby Got Back, I'm going to explain the deck at least.
Just let me know.
I will explain the deck. It's Doran. It's a
No
Doran
raffle.
deck. It's a Doran deck with. Why is the raffle on?
It's not. It's not on. Is it on?
No,
Close.
they're trolling you.
That's a poll. It's not the raffle.
Oh, is it different?
Yeah.
Oh, oops. Close.
Has the raffle been on? Waffle.
Thank you. Waffle is open. Waffle is always open.
Waffle has been always. Yeah.
Goblin Raffle Master.
I had
This is still, I think, the best screen name of anyone in the chat. Steve inspected nothing wrong. We'll hop back to the booth here for a second, guys.
What's up, guys?
Let's pull up our good, awesome card friend, Knight of the Reliquary.
This card is so sweet.
This card's great.
Legacy playable.
Oh yeah, it used to be Legacy staple.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the raffle real quick?
Oh yeah. I've been putting this off for far too long.
Yeah, I gotta make Matt stop shuffling these cards.
Yeah.
Raffle number
I'm sorry,
1.
Does that annoy you?
Yeah, okay.
All right, go. So we got Scrying Sheets, one of my favorites that goes in the best deck in Modern.
Scred red
Scred Red.
or Scred white, or
Scred-
maybe Scred
ooh.
blue
Or Swans.
or Swan.
Swans!
Which is basically Scred red.
Yeah. So yeah, it's signed by the artist.
Yeah, looks real sweet. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mint, near mint.
Mhm.
NM Scrying Sheets, signed by the artist.
And then we have a
Foreign Mana League.
Yeah, Chinese Mana League.
All right. And then we also have
The big one.
Chinese OG Temple Garden. That's an original Ravnica Temple Garden.
So we're gonna be raffling off the scrying sheets right now.
Right now?
Yeah, let's just get this out of the way. So
Sure.
we're gonna open the raffle in just a few moments. So the raffle has not begun yet, guys. Don't worry. And 1, 2,
You need to reset it first?
3, reset.
Oh, okay, real quick, before you join the raffle, make sure you are following the stream. You cannot win unless you follow. You have to be following the stream. And in order to join, everyone else just do what everyone else in the chat is doing. Type !raffle all lowercase.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll reset, and boom,
Go.
raffle has begun.
This is for scrying sheets
This is for the
signed.
Scrying sheets. Add this to your scred deck.
Yeah.
Pair this.
So while we're
additional covered basics.
Yeah, while we're letting the raffle take place, let's talk about our schedule for the week.
Let's pull up scrying sheets.
Yeah, scrying sheets.
How did draft go yesterday?
It went really, really well. There was a lot of really cool decks. The drafting was really, really interesting. Our drafter went in a totally different direction than we would have gone, but ended up 3-0ing the draft with a sweet green-blue draft deck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Steady progress?
No.
Oh.
No, but Algigariel.
What about
And
Thrive?
Mortarpod. He didn't play the Thrives.
That's fine. I don't think Thrive is very good.
But it kind of works in that deck. But
If you're gonna play in any deck, yeah, I don't think it's good. Like it's a card that people have thought have been good in like tokens, but it's too
not
expensive.
It's not,
Yeah.
and it's like I'm not happy playing it, but if you're not getting any sigil blessings, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
But man, Fortify is a true big.
Yeah.
We're gonna put Mark on.
Yeah, big butts. All right, I'm gonna.
Baby got back.
All right.
Yeah,
10.
Baby got back.
9, 8, 7,
What?
6,
You would.
5, 4.
Raffle hype. Three is after 4. Number 10. Oh my god.
3,
Hashtag 10.
2, 1, and
Wait.
22.
22.
Wait,
Wait.
the lag is real.
Back to 1, and let's draw our winner. Dovescape. Congratulations, Dovescape. You have won a copy of Scrying Sheets. We'll be sending that out to you pretty soon.
Congratulations, Dovescape. I'm going to be sending you a message right now, and I want you to message us back with your name and address. And we'll get that out to you as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Ask Jorgensen. He got it pretty promptly.
Pairings up. Who do you want?
You big idiot.
Malouk. I have nothing.
Yeah. All right.
Malouk. That's what I was gonna say.
Congrats. So
yeah, we'll watch Mark's deck. We'll see what he's playing against. I'm sure it'll be something sweet. I just want to watch Yoke Docs do things.
is Yoke Dogs getting reprinted in this upcoming set, Magic Origins, that we have coming? I'm pretty sure.
I have no idea. I don't know how much I care.
Yeah. Let me count. Wait, percentage-wise, how much do you care?
1%.
1%?
1%.
1 for the converted mana cost of
That's the one.
Yoke Dogs?
That's the only reason why.
Yoke Dogs. Yoke Dogs.
Looks like you got
Yeah, look at that.
Yoke Docs back in there. Get in there, Yoke Docs. But congrats again to Dovescape. We'll send you that scrying sheets as soon as possible. For now, we should hop down to the play area and see if we can get some big butts. We're gonna have the biggest butts.
Yeah.
You've never seen butts like these.
While we're waiting, what do you think of the Magic Origin spoilers? Anything modern, particularly modern playable?
I think people are gonna try to break that time twister.
Yes.
I
But
think
aside from that, that's actually boring me at this point.
I think the tutor has some positivity. The problem in modern
and
is
Legacy though, that's a Legacy card.
Yeah, I mean, it's not crazy in modern.
Something new.
Oh, I can't read that at all.
What were you saying?
Frankly, nothing stands out to me. I don't know. I just don't know. Like, I haven't looked at a ton of the spoilers, and the ones I've looked at have all seemed not very powerful. Oh, Jesus. Scoot this over.
See, so it's like Languish. Why would you not just play Damnation?
Yeah, you can't. Languish is not a modern playable card.
Yeah. Very playable in Standard.
Yes, I think it will be. It will prove to be pretty powerful in Standard.
I love. So my favorite card, Spoiled.
Ooh, do we know who
So
his friend
far
is?
no.
I'll go check in a second.
All right. So he looks like he's on Infect.
Yeah, he's definitely playing. I saw Mightable Croza for sure.
So my favorite card Spoiled so far is Nissa's Pilgrimage, actually, which is search your library for up to 2 basic forests, reveal them, put them onto the battlefield, tap. If you have Spell Mastery,
Wait. No. One tapped, one in your hand?
oh, the rest into your hand.
Yeah.
If there are 2 or more instant or sorcery cards, search your library for up to 3 basic lands, put them and 3 basic lands instead of 2.
Up to 2. Okay. I'm alright with it.
I like it a lot. I mean, I don't think it's constructed playable. I just think it's a cool card. I like that they give. Crack is whack.
I think it is. I don't think it's not. I think it's completely playable. I think it's just not super exciting.
I get excited by those cards
Alright.
because they nerf those cards hard.
Starfield of Nyx is a sweet card. That's a pretty cool one. There are definitely some cool cards. I admit that.
Oh, the enchantment.
Yeah.
That is a sweet card.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's definitely not good in Legacy, which is like a lot of people have been like, yeah, put that in Legacy Enchantress. No, it's not where you want it. Not where you want it at all. But I don't know. I haven't gotten too excited about these spoilers. The only one I'm excited to mess around with is the Tutor in Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try that because
And like tendrils.
yeah, because any reason to cut ad nauseum, A+.
Oh, good.
Get it out of my deck.
Yeah.
Although it's not even like it doesn't really replace it. It's like a different card. All right, I'm gonna go see who the player is.
All right.
I'll be right back.
So we'll be right back, guys. Remember that this week is tomorrow is Legacy at 7:30. Next week gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna be out of town, but we're gonna be we have the same schedule. I'll be updating the Facebook and be prepared for some really just sweet streams all summer. So come back. Hashtag 10-edge. So it looks like we got 2 infect. We got infect back to back. Yeah, Justice Peanut. I like that. I like that. The theme of Origins is not this card. So not Noble Hierarch, not Stoneforge Mystic, not Damnation, not Time Twister.
All right. Player name is Jacob Mallet. Or Mallet. There we go. I'll start this here timer.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's get this going.
We'll see. I'm just excited to see what Mark's deck will do.
Mm-hmm.
Not what it can do, just what it will do. Because I know what it can do. Yeah, I got that hype. Thank you, guys.
Keep going.
Oh my goodness. It is, it's basically just a junk deck from what I can tell. I'd imagine that Infect is a pretty tough matchup even with Ensnaring Bridge. Just because Infect is the possibility of attack with a 1/1. Kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't really need much else. Alright, so we see a Shock. With Overgrown Tomb.
And Disowned Ancestor, I'm calling it.
Treefolk Harbinger.
Okay.
Treefolk Harbinger in here. So Treefolk Harbinger, it is a 1-mana 0/3. When it enters the battlefield, you can search for a Treefolk card. And Mark is going to go for the only land
Murmuring
you can get
Bosk.
with it. Murmuring Bosk. Murmuring Bosk is it's search for a Treefolk card or forest.
Mm-hmm.
Murmuring Bosk is a forest.
It is a forest.
It's basically a Sandstep Citadel.
But way better.
Yeah. Way better. It's a forest, so you can tap for green, and then you could pay a life and tap for white or black. All right, so Jacob's just gonna play a land and that's Gitaxian Probe. Oh yeah, there's the Yoke Docs. We got 2 copies of Doran.
You got the Yoke Dogs.
And the main deck Spellskite.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. That is, by the way, a haymaker. I forgot that he has access to Spellskite. Spellskite seems...
It's the best card in the format against Infect.
Yeah, it
right?
really is. It's so good. Man, I really hope Jacob has 1 million copies of Twisted Image in his sideboard, because every single copy is Doomblade draw a card.
Yeah.
I don't think he does, though. I know Alex is a big fan of Twisted Image, but I don't think everyone is. All right, so he's going to go... Murmur Bosk also has the same text as, like, Wanderwine Hub and the like, where you have to reveal a Treefolk card or else it comes into play tapped. So here's Murmuring Bosk. Oh, sorry. Here he's going to tap his lands and play Spellskite this turn. And I don't know if Jacob can win anymore.
Yeah.
I think this game might have just ended.
And that's just unfortunate.
That's just what happens. Like,
yeah.
That's honestly, it's what happens when you get to play these main deck hate cards. Like, I have a story. SCG Open champion Eric Rill played a Tesserator deck in a Modern Grand Prix, and I talked to him about it. And he said, yeah, the deck wasn't deck was kind of sweet because you just played 4 main deck Spellbomb, and 4 main deck Spellskite. Mm-hmm. So even though your deck was like kind of dirtily and didn't do a whole lot of stuff, you just have these main deck hate cards that your opponent just dies to. Like you just like play 4 main deck Spellskite. All right, Jacob gonna cast a Probe for mana. Mark can reveal his hand, which has Doran, Swamp, Yoke Dogs, and another Doran. Draws Forest for turn, and I imagine we're gonna see a Doran in play this turn. He's got tap for white.
I'm gonna take a pain. 17.
And swing for 7. Harbinger is an 0-3 here. So with Doran in play, it's effectively Wild Nicole.
Yeah. Not only is Spellskite completely shutting off the game plan of Jacob, but also beating his face.
He's dead next turn.
Yeah.
He's dead on board. This is pretty absurd.
Yeah.
Look at this deck. Look at this deck beat down. And again, having the 4 main deck Spellskites is an absolute ridiculous
it's a pleasure. It's a delight.
Yes, it is wonderful. Look at Doran going to work here. Doran is a sweet card.
It is.
I've always thought it was very sweet.
And also the addition of the Dragons of Zarkir card, Assault Formation.
Oh, yeah. Basically acting as Doran's 5 through 7, I think. I think he's only playing a couple. And Jacob goes scoop him up. Got to board in some Nature's Claims, some Twisted Images, whatever you got to kill Spellskite. But yeah, very quick victory for Mark here. Just Doran doing Doran things. Looks like I prematurely put away the poison counter. Have to pull that one out again. Wait, where'd it go? What the heck? What happened to this poison?
Sorry. I'm very sorry.
That's okay. Well, that's weird.
This happened last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do I fix that? Wait, nope. Come back. Size.
Reset.
Booyah. Fixed it. No problem. We're good at this. Oop. We're very skilled here.
We are very skilled.
Here we go. All right. Took me a second, but we've reset things. Things look good. So I'd imagine. So Mark showed me his sideboard here. I know he has a couple of Path to Exiles in his sideboard, and then nothing else too relevant. He had like Leyline of Sanctity. Duress is completely reasonable. But
let's be honest. He's got the main deck Spellskites.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be fine.
I would almost board in Duress just to protect Spellskite.
Just a hedge? Yeah, a hedge against the Twisted Image.
Yeah, like the only way Jacob has to beat Spellskite is Wild Defiance, I'd imagine. Like, besides removing it. Like, removing it, these Infect decks tend to play some copies of Nature's Claim, some copies of Twisted Image if they can fit it, maybe Viridian Corruptor. is another way.
Man, I love that card. I love main decking that card when Pod was legal.
Oh yeah, you jam like 3. People played like 4. You just like played it. Why not get in there? Don't. What else are you gonna play? But yeah, we'll see what Jacob is gonna bring post board. His sideboard cards I think are gonna be much more important than Mark's because Mark's main deck is so well set up to deal with Jacob's deck. Although he could just not draw Spellskite.
He could just not draw Spellskite and Jacob draws a Become Immense. That's how these games can just go.
All right. Game 2. Jacob going to be on the play here. Let's look at our opening 7s, see if both players like what they see.
3 and 3.
Mark's hand does have a Spellskite.
And Nature's Claim.
All right.
For Jacob. So these look like perfectly reasonable hands for both parties.
Looks like it's a 2-lander with Pendlehaven, so that hand looks great.
Is that 2 Nature's Claims?
I'm not certain.
Or are those Glistener Elves?
There's at least one Glistener Elf. Ooh. Oh no, I think they're both Nature's Claims.
Yeah. That seems fine.
All right, so Pendlehaven into Noble Hierarch is the play for Jacob to start things off. We'll see how Mark responds. I mean, you have to imagine that Mark is playing a million copies of...
Yoke Docs!
Oh my god, Yoke Docs in the house?
Coming in!
0-4, baby. Get in there.
That thing is not an 0-4. That is a 4-1, if anything. You see that out in the wild. That's not just playing defense.
Oh, it's an 0-4. It's doing quite a bit, as they say. Ooh, double hierarch. This is actually very good for Jacob. It's interesting that he has the Nature's Claims in his hand because this hand is super good against Spellskite.
Yeah.
He just has a 3 infect the turn sort of hand. Oh, it looks like Mark has at least a copy of Disowned Ancestor in his hand. Powerful magic card.
Yeah, 50 cents.
Oh yeah, for the foil.
Yeah, but lest we forget. That card was really great in Cons Limited.
Yeah, it was a very solid card. It's a warrior.
Yeah, it is a warrior.
Most important thing about it.
I mean, that was the most important text in any card in Cons.
On any black or white card.
Yeah.
Should have warrior on it. It's probably playable.
There is a green warrior sub theme that was just secretly pushing, but there's a Spellskite that Mark is gonna. The dreams are gone.
Immediately get Nature's Claimed and step for Jacob. Yeah, Mark making some weird hand motions that probably indicate that he's sad.
Yeah.
We'll see what Jacob has this turn. I don't know.
Another Noble Hierarch.
So Jacob can at least attack. He can go animate, pump, swing for 4, and then Mark is definitely doing these hand motions specifically to mess with us. I'm sure they have nothing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's done this before. It's not the first time it's happened.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. We'll see what Jacob can put together this turn. I know he has at least to become immense. I think he might have a mutagenic growth as well. I think he's letting him know that he'll definitely block if he attacks with Noble Hierarch.
Yeah.
3rd Noble Hierarch, get in there. Yeah, so he can attack. This is a 5-point swing with the Pendlehaven. Seems pretty great.
So he animates, pumps.
So it's a 2/3. And then you get 3 Exalted Triggers. That's a 5 poison swing.
That's why Noble Hierarch's in the deck.
Card's just so good.
Not only to kill you with damage.
If he had left Spellskite in play, Mark would still be at 5 poison.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how powerful this is. Mark needs a removal spell, and he drew
Abrupt Decay.
the worst possible removal
Yeah.
spell. All right, we'll see a fetch. Assuming he's going to get a Shockland here. His life total's not exactly under duress.
Yeah.
I don't know what he has to get out of here, though. Oh my god, I think I saw a Sigarda in his deck. I'm like, honestly can't tell if I was just seeing things. It looked exactly like Sigarda.
His deck can cast that card.
That is a legal card he can play. Sigarda. It does not attack for less with a Doran out.
Yeah. It's just a 4/4, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's 5/5.
5/5.
It's a big angel. Let's see what he's got here. So he's got he does have Fulminator Mage. That's
pretty
excellent.
good.
Super important here.
Wow, that was a great draw.
Yeah, that was one of the cards he needed the most. Really.
Yeah. Actually, probably the card.
It looks like and Mark still can block.
Yoked Ox.
Because of the Yoked Ox. Jacob can only attack for 3 here. We'll see.
Yeah, again, Pendlehaven does not pump a Hierarch.
Unfortunately. Not a 1/1. If only.
If only.
Yeah, now Jacob's sort of priced into drawing. He just needs to draw an infector.
But also, Mark isn't doing anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's like the good news for Jacob, right? Like, you're not just dead. Oh yeah, Mark is excited. Do you block?
Yes. No,
He's taking it. That's a swing. Oop, that's not a swing for 6. No, he is gonna block. Let's see if he decides to pump. I think he's gonna Mugenic Growth here. Do it, Jacob.
Oh, what?
No.
Oh, Wild Defiance.
Ooh, Wild Defiance is a scary
Interesting
card.
prospect for next turn.
That can be a lot of damage.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the Wild Defiance in play. Mark does have the Abrupt Decay, though. I'd imagine you just want to get the Defiance out of there. Don't.
No. Wild Defiance is the scariest card in this deck.
Especially because it's one of the few cards that actually lets you kill with damage.
Yeah. I mean, aside from Inkmoth Nexus, it's probably the worst card you can see.
Inkmoth Nexus. Probably the card Jacob wants to draw most at this point.
Yeah.
Since not that he knows, but it is the card that dodges the removal spells that Mark has available to him at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is driving me crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
I moved it. All right. Mark doing some math here. He has at least a Doran in his hand. I think he's trying to decide if he could start attacking. Fun thing, if he does play Doran, the Hierarchs attack for 1 more damage.
They do.
Yep.
And he plays the Doran.
Oh, yeah.
And just swings.
4 spot.
Getting in there with the Yoke Dogs. This is very risky.
This is pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have a 5/5 blocker, if anything should go wrong here, but this is still, I don't know, kind of a scary prospect. Jacob could just randomly kill you this turn, but he's going to need, several things.
I think he just drew an Inkmoth.
Inkmoth is great. Inkmoth is, as we said, probably the draw he wanted most. I believe he has at least a Become Immense in hand. I'm not certain what the other card is.
He has enough to cast it.
Yeah, he's got
With
6
the
mana.
Hierarchs, yeah, with the Hierarchs.
But I don't think you want to burn it just now.
Well, no.
Looks like he's just going to pass. So Mark, still doing all right, draws aerial assault formation.
Yeah.
Is it assault formation or aerial formation?
It's assault.
Oh, yeah. The Fate Reforged rare.
Dragons of Tarkir.
Dragon's Tarkir rare. Has the same text as Doran as far as assigning damage from...
No, not us.
Not us. It has the same text as Doran as far as assigning damage. But has some added bonuses with Defender, which I don't believe has any application in Mark's deck. Really, the second part is what matters. You can pump your creatures, which is pretty great. We see a swing for 9 from Doran and Yoke Dogs. I think we're just going to see Jacob take this. Yep, going to go down to 7. We'll see what Mark wants to do with the rest of his turn here. He really needs something like a Path to Exile.
He's got a Abrupt Decay that... He's got 0 poison, am I correct?
No, he's at 5 poison.
He's at 5 poison, okay.
Oh, it's just gone in this picture. Stone Ancestor, get in there.
Ugh.
Oh, there we go. I was like, is he going to tap mana for that?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just dead.
If he has nothing, this game is over. If he has no removal spell for the Inkmoth Nexus.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that Mark has Fulminator Mage in his sideboard, which is a pretty excellent sideboard card against him.
Yes.
It's definitely a card that can be too slow, but it's in the same vein as if I'm playing Jund, I board in Grudge.
Mm-hmm.
You board in a Grudge because Inkmoth Nexus is a card that's just annoying to kill. But yeah, Disowned Ancestor getting in there. Another 1 mana 0/4. Can get bigger.
I love that card.
I don't know what Mark's option. I think right now he's debating whether he should just main phase Abrupt Decay this Wild Defiance.
Mm-hmm. Not knowing that the... Oh, no. Did he give everybody back?
I did.
All right.
By the way, you only had 58 cards in that deck. So, I want to check what you're missing.
Let's see what Mark decides to do here.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry I gave you that.
There's no worries, I figured it out. I just made sure you know.
No, I know. I didn't have the... I'm sorry. I gotta commentate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kyle got crushed.
You got crushed.
Playing Delver. Looks like Delver to me. Ooh, no, it looks like Patrick Chapin's Grixis control deck.
It is.
Ooh, that's sweet. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan. Yep. Abrupt Decay. Is it going... Looks like it's going towards Noble Hierarch. 3, 4, 5. He is 1. Oh, he can use this as a sort of mox to become events. Like, he gets to use it for 2 mana.
Okay, that's awesome.
Float a mana. Use the rest of your mana. Let's see if he sees it.
No, he sees it.
Well,
no, you can't play it.
Can't.
Wait, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's got it.
Definitely has enough, but I don't know if he sees it. He might just have another.
He floated right in response.
It looks like he did, but he's already.
But
gone
he went to combat. So.
Yeah, he's already gone to attackers because Mark wisely abrupt decayed in beginning of combat.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the Exalted Trigger will already go on the stack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Jacob missed it. That's just an attack for. He pumped with Pendelhaven, right?
Yeah.
So
that's just for 4. Go to 1.
9.
Well, I had 1 left. That's what I meant.
Yes. This is a rough spot.
It's incredibly rough,
so to speak. I mean, it's rough for both players because Mark has lethal, but there are 2 chump blockers here. Ooh, he did just draw Spellskite, but Spellskite doesn't actually do anything here because what he needs is just to remove a spell. Chump block. Take 4, go to 3. I think Mark's just dead. Let's see what Mark decides to do here.
Ensnaring Bridge?
Not gonna be good enough.
No, not good enough.
Nope. Yeah, his hand is Yoke Ducks, Spellskite.
Terminate.
Yeah, he's just gonna animate swing. And that's it.
Yeah.
Little awkward, but so it goes. I think Jacob could have definitely gotten him last turn, but it's all right. He got there anyways.
Yeah.
He did expose himself a little bit to a removal spell in that last part on a Noble Hierarch.
Because it's not the
it's scary.
greatest. Yeah.
It's definitely scary. We'll see. Give me 1 second. There we go. Back to normal. Just reset all these.
Thank God.
Position size, reset size. Great. There we go. That's where I want that.
Yeah.
We're fixing everything, guys. We're fixing it all for you. We want things to look good.
I would love to see this baby back deck. Baby got back. Sorry, my apologies. I'm very sorry about that. Baby got back in a mid-range matchup.
I would imagine that it fares reasonably well somewhere like that. Like, your creatures are just so big. The only thing you're afraid of is Doran dying, right? But like having like those effectively extra copies of Doran gives you a bit of an edge.
Yeah.
Like I know before, like you can't play. Like, you don't want to ever have to deal with just, drawing a bunch of Yoke Doxes.
Yeah. Just never good.
Yeah, you just die, right? You draw Yoke Dox and Disowned Ancestor. But the fact that you're able to, have the extra effect with Assault Formation, I think makes the deck a little bit more robust.
Yeah.
And gives you a bit more of a draw to sort of go with this all-in strategy.
Uh-huh. Different angle of attack, harder for your opponent to kill, harder for your opponent to disrupt.
Yeah, like...
Not a lot of people are playing Abrupt Decay.
Yeah, I could imagine that this deck would struggle in back when people were playing, like, black-green mid-range with 4 Abrupt Decay, like the 4 Tech Edge deck and everything. That deck was sweet.
Yeah, by the way.
But that deck just, doesn't really exist anymore because Lightning Bolt got good again.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning Bolt got good and...
Well, Lightning Bolt got
good
better.
and Siege Rhino got printed.
Yeah.
Were the 2 reasons. And Lingering Souls is still great. I know in the past, I remember at one point, it was just the junk deck was just the black-green deck, Splash Lingering Souls.
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet. Yeah, it's 4 Doran, 3 Assault Formation. We're going pretty deep.
He's going deep. I mean, but you have to, because you can't have games play out the way you just explained. It's just, okay, draw my Yoke Dogs, play my Yoke Dogs, play my Disowned Ancestor, not draw a Doran.
Yeah, and
then when I play my Doran, it dies, and then I die.
Exactly. The card's just so important to make your other crappy cards not crappy.
Yeah.
Turn all your 1 mana 0/4s into 1 mana 4/4s.
Yes, exactly.
I'm imagining we're going to see a fetch and a shock from Mark here. You just don't play scared. Take 3. I'm not worried. Are you worried?
I always so I play really, really painful decks in Modern.
Yeah.
So I'm usually going down to like 15 on my on turn 1.
Fetch, shock, Thoughtseize you.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
or Fetch, Shock, Detaxian Probe. Yeah.
Going as painful as humanly possible.
Yeah.
It looks like Jacob's got at least Pendlehaven, Wooded Foothills, Apostle's Blessing. He's got a few too many lands, it seems. But he's got Turmoil and Glistener Elf. Which is the first time I think we've seen Glistener Elf this match.
Do you think that Jacob boarded in Simic Charm? No.
I'd imagine that there are no copies of Civic Charm in his deck.
Yeah.
I think the most you'd ever see is 1 in the 75. And that's like Alex just happened to draw at both games there.
Yeah.
All right, Mark with turn 2 Spellskite and a pass. All right, we'll see what Jacob has to deal with this.
Is that a Nature's Claim?
I believe he just drew a Nature's Claim. We'll see what he. We'll
That
see what he
lucky
wants to do
bastard.
this. Put him in your deck to draw him.
Yeah.
Hey, South Florida Magic. Nice to see you guys. Welcome to the stream. South Florida Magic, shout out. They do Sunday Legacy.
Awesome.
Their stream is great. Good people. And they often send viewers our way as well.
South Florida
for
Magic.
Legacy.
Shout out to them.
Yeah. Not doing Legacy tonight, guys. Doing Modern, but we're glad to see you around.
We're doing Legacy tomorrow night.
Yes. All right.
It's gonna block.
Okay, let's note the synergy here in Mark's deck. We see a Swing with Glistener Elf. Mark can outlast and get rid of that -1/-1 counter.
Wait, do you think Mark has ever done an Outlast?
No, I do not.
An Outlast activation?
I can't imagine how. There's no way you're gonna be able to outlast stuff. All right, sure.
Yes.
I'll leave that up to Matt. I'm not doing.
Yeah, that's me, but I'll do it.
Ooh, what are your thoughts on 2 Spellskites? 1 is dead. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And then we see a fetch. But we're sort of seeing what happens when you don't have the Doran or the Assault formation. Ooh, I did see a Twisted Image when he was shuffling though. I don't know how many he has, but it makes me
Jack,
happy.
he has a spell scout himself. Yeah, there's another.
At least a couple copies.
Yeah. There's another Twisted Image for him.
All right, we'll see what Jacob has to deal with this turn.
Yeah, you just see how why nobody plays this deck is because Mark has a Disown Ancestor with a -1/-1 counter on it and doesn't have the balls
To outlast.
it.
He didn't have the mana. This turn he didn't have the mana. It costs 2.
Yeah.
It's 2 to outlast it. But we'll see what Jacob can do about this. He is gonna have to draw another Spellskite at least to lock up some things in his hand. Pendlehaven though is good.
Yeah.
Pendlehaven can only target 1/1 creatures, so while you can Spellskite it, it won't redirect. Bam. 2 more counters. My
And
own
a Spellskite of his
Spellskite.
own.
Bam.
This is a close game.
This is, I gotta say, a much closer affair than we've seen in the other 2 games.
Mark Maelstrom Pulse in hand with 2 lands.
Maelstrom Pulse and also...
And draws another land. Or path? Is that a path?
I'm not certain. We'll find out. I know he has at least another forest in his hand at the moment.
This is a Disown Ancestor, Cron TV. The Khans Unlimited All-Star, it's a 1-mana 0/4.
With Outlast.
With Outlast for 1.
We see a path.
Wait, is Outlast for 1 or 2?
2.
2.
Black 1. All right, we see a path to exile targeting Glistener Elf. I have to imagine this is going to get redirected for 2 life to the Spellskite. Spellskite, there's no way Spellskite's more important. Wow.
I guess it is.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. I'm truly
Also,
shocked.
that Glistener Elf needs to get exiled. Man, I really don't want to go out there and tell them why can't they fix these things?
What? I'll do it.
All right. This is if it wasn't so important. Yeah, exactly. There are graveyard interactions. Matt. They fixed it. Of course. I know. I tried to yell. Sorry for yelling, guys. I tried to stop you. All right. So Jacob, just gonna. I want to say Mark did outlast.
He did?
Yes. Dorotheus, he is running Nick's Police.
Oh,
Police
yes.
Round,
Oh,
but
yes.
I think he boarded them out.
Seems strong.
The life gain is
not
so
great. Not particularly great.
But note with the outlast here, we saw it happen.
Assault formation?
I wonder if this is a.
Yep.
All right. Great draw.
Now we can start bashing.
You can swing for millions here. By millions, I mean 6.
Yeah. I do spin with the Spellskite just because he just tricks with the.
I'd block. Just trade Spellskites. If I'm Jacob, I think. No, he's gonna take 4. Jacob really valuing the Spellskite highly.
Yeah. It's weird.
I guess so. Like Spellskite, I think maybe what that tells me is that he's close to killing Mark. Which is surprising because Mark is at 0 poison.
Yeah.
But
the infect deck can do that. I see he has an Apostle's Blessing. I think he has a Nature's Claim in hand as well.
If you Nature's Claim, what do you Nature's Claim? Like what's more important to Nature's Claim? The Assault Formation. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Assault Formation only affects is one-sided. Thank you, guys. That is an important point here. Because whereas with Doran you have like the possibility of like there being some downside. With Assault Formation, it's all upside. Your guys are great. Your guys are all great. Their guys are not great.
Yeah.
All right, so we see a swing for 2 poison with the Pendlehaven on Inkmoth Nexus and a Glistener Elf follow-up. Mark going to go straight to attackers. If you have the Nature's Claim, I think you pointed at the Assault Formation. I think that's the scarier card because then you have to make Mark choose what's more important, that or Spellskite. And I think the answer is still Assault Formation. I think you can outrace him.
I think you redirect it to Spellskite.
Like if he redirects, that's great. He's only attacking for 3 this turn. You could just block with your 0-4. And well, not really because you definitely don't want to pump. He'll just pump. Like right now, we're going to see Mark activate Assault Formation to give his guys +0/+1.
And I'm assuming Jacob's going to read the card because he didn't know that you could do that.
Could Apostle's Blessing here? I believe Apostle's Blessing is creature you control.
Yeah.
It's the only card in the deck that is like that. No, you can't. Yeah, see, you can't redirect this. Well, yeah, you can. So he's going to give his guy Pro Black. And then we'll see...
Yoked.
Wait.
Oh, Laguna Band Trailblazer.
Laguna Band Trailblazer. Hey, speaking of Laguna Band Trailblazer, there it is.
Yeah.
Mark's got them all.
Yeah.
They're all there.
Man, this Abzan...
All the hits.
This Abzan Heroic deck looks real sweet.
Modern Abzan Heroic.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. All right, Jacob drawing Wooded Foothills for the turn. He's got to figure out a way to get through this situation. This is pretty rough now. Like, he took 4 this last turn. So he's facing down certainly lethal next turn. Ancestor's not dead because Assault Formation is not symmetric.
Also, Crack is whack.
Mark giving us both, magic lessons and also
And
life
life
lessons.
Yeah.
Learn a lot today. We'll see what else we can learn. All right, Inkmoth Nexus attacking, Pendlehaven getting an activation, 2 poison. It's going to put Mark up to 4 poison. We don't know how many pump spells are currently stranded in Jacob's hand, but we have to imagine it's a few. Jacob has drawn a lot of lands this game. A lot more. This Infect deck is like an 18, 19.
Yeah, Infect does not
20.
want to draw more than 3-4 lands.
Yeah. It's actually a deck that, you got...
Including Inkmoths.
Yeah. Inkmoth is like barely a land.
Yeah.
Same with Pendlehaven. Like, Pendlehaven's closer to a spell than a land, I'd say, a lot of the time. But, he has both this forest, a breeding pool, and another fetch land. Like, you basically maxed out.
So I'm assuming Mark's just going to serve here again.
Yeah, I mean, what are you blocking?
Yeah.
I guess this is lethal, so you're forcing some blocks here. We'll see what Jacob decides to do. He's going to put Spellskite on Disowned Ancestor and Glistener Elf on
Mark
Spellskite.
still has the pump ability.
Oh, he did take 5. Thank you. Because the Spellskite got pumped from the Assault Formation. Let's see what Mark decides to do here. He can pump once, which would mean that putting Jacob to 3. But I'm not sure that really has a ton of value. I think
it's not even worth it. You're already killing his creatures.
But I think you do it anyway. No, well, you're not killing Spellskite. I think you want to kill Spellskite. Yeah, and he's going to do that. Assault Formation doing work.
Yeah. This is much better than Doran and this stage of the game.
It is. He would have had to trade.
Yoked coming in for the finisher.
Look at all these 1-mana 0-4s. Fantastic.
Draws Twisted Image and win to the game.
I think he has another Spellskite in his hand.
Yeah, it's another Spellskite.
Not ideal. I think he has Spellskite Vines of Vastwood. Yeah, Spellskite
And
vines
land.
and become immense.
Yeah,
Just
that's a shame.
none of them you can cast in the face of the Spellskite.
That's a shame.
Really, I mean, we talked about it before. The Spellskite being the best card in the format against infect, and you see it here.
Yeah.
Without
Some people were saying Malira, but
Malira is also pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually think Malira is probably better.
Yeah.
But not as many decks can play Malira.
yeah, Spellskite is just better against.
Yeah, Mark. Okay, so Mark did have Maelstrom Pulse, and he was talking that he could never cast it because if Jacob just redirected it to Spellskite, then it would kill both of their Spellskites.
Yeah. The weird interactions in Modern.
Yeah, and then Jacob would just win.
Yeah.
Jacob definitely had lethal if that happened. Pretty goofy game.
Very, very goofy game.
Baby got back.
You want me to go see if we have anybody else? Or is
Yeah,
that,
might as well.
that's a lot, yeah.
And then
You wanna
we
do
can do
this?
another raffle. Want me to do it now?
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll do the Mana Leak.
Yeah.
Got another raffle for you. It is a Stronghold Chinese Mana Leak, and it is sweet looking. Looks like this, but it's actually Chinese. Here you go. This is what we're going to be raffling off right now. So, raffle rules. Once again, in order to join the raffle, I will open the raffle. You guys have to type !raffle and all lowercase, and make sure you are following the stream, or else you cannot win. Yes, waffle incoming. Get hyped. All right, so let's reset the raffle and open. All right. So feel free to enter. Type in !raffle. You'll get in there. You can add this super sweet Mana Leak to all your awesome Modern decks. I know I've played a ton of this card. I love this card. Actually, I don't love this card. I'm a fan of this card. It's a card you have to play sometimes. Draw this card on turn 8 when your opponent has 9 lands out. Or whatever. It's the worst. But it's great. Sometimes you gotta counter some things. Yeah, we also have one more giveaway. We will give that away after the next round. After round 4. So that was round 3. But yeah. It's a sweet card. Looks sweet. Shout out to MTG Card Market, our gracious hosts who donate these sweet giveaways. It's really, really nice of them to do this for us, basically for nothing. But they go to a lot of Grand Prix. If you guys ever go to big tournaments, they're almost always vending there. You should go say hi. Tell them what you think of the stream. Hopefully good things. And they'd certainly really like to see that. It was good to see you too, Emperor Calgar. I think I'm playing Legacy tomorrow. I have some plans during the day where I will be out. Hey, Matt. Where I'm meeting up with some friends and going out drinking. But if I'm like,
where are you going?
I'm meeting up for brunch at M. Henry.
Where's that?
It's in Andersonville. It's supposed to be like really good brunch.
Mimosas?
Something like that. Well, it's BYOB.
Eggs Benny?
So it's whenever I want. Oh, you know.
Well, Eggs Benny?
Absolutely. Every time.
Everybody in the chat, what's your favorite brunch item?
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
Sound off.
Sound off. Give us some hot takes.
We're going to get a lot of exclamation
I want to
points.
see some cantaloupe going.
We're going to see, you know what we're going to see? Exclamation point waffle.
Waffle. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. There's got to be a lot. So who won the raffle?
I haven't drawn the winner yet. Let's do a countdown.
We've been just chilling here. Nobody's been doing it.
All right. 5, 4. Get in the raffle. 3, 2. Oh no. Exclamation hashtag 110 inch.
110 inch. We're going big.
1, and our winner is Asphyxiasa.
Asphyxiasa.
Asphyxia 711. Congratulations.
You win a Chinese Mana Leak.
It is
I'm
super
gonna
sweet.
message you right away.
I'm gonna take Mana Leak right now.
Oh! Magic
Got it.
puns! Magic puns!
Wonder if Jameson's crushing.
He is. He's on that elves.
Elves is sweet, man. But I'm a big fan of the elves. Good. Matt is sending a cryptic message that I can barely understand. I'm gonna get rid of this. We don't want to assume. We don't want to assume.
Oh,
gender
hey.
Get that out.
I totally agree with that.
Ooh. I like that we have Mark just sitting here. He's just having a good
Just
time.
chilling.
Him and Jacob.
So,
Is there? I'm assuming no other matches are going right now.
no,
They're
everybody's
done?
either done or on game 2, oddly. I think it was a control mirror.
Ooh. But yeah, we'll get this manually sent out to you real soon.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Real. Yeah.
Asphyxia's congratulations.
Congrats. I'm jealous. I want this manually.
Yeah, I'm jealous. What the hell?
Oh, you can close the dashboard.
Yeah, how do we do this?
Just close the dashboard and go to Moobot. Yep, close it. Moobot. Perfect.
Cool.
Boom. Do you think 4 shocks, 5 basics is a bad setup for a loam deck?
No.
Probably not.
Yeah.
5 basics actually seems like a lot. 4 and 4? That seems fine.
Omelette du fromage.
Omelette du fromage.
Omelette.
Omelette du fromage. That's a solid one. That's a solid breakfast one. Ooh, yeah, only if they're snow covered. You don't need more than 4 shocks, I think, in your loam deck. Like, I think, isn't it like the filter lands are pretty important in that deck usually because you need, if you're playing like Seismic Assault, at least. Like, okay, what sort of loam deck? Do you mean like Seismic Loam? Do you mean like, how many colors are you playing? Do you want to play Pack Rat like Matt, like a psycho?
Pack Rat.
Matt loves Pack Rat. I hate Pack Rat. God.
Because you probably lost to it a lot.
I lost to it last night online.
Yeah. Yeah.
Playing Soul Sisters.
What were you playing? Wait, okay, show me this deck. What was the deck that your opponent was on?
It was Black Red. Black Red mid-range.
Oh, I don't like that.
It was like Pack... Okay, Lone Pox with Seismic. Yeah, like, I think 4 basic, 4 shock is fine. Like, usually the thing that's important in those decks is the filter lands because you're trying to cast, like, green, like, you have, like, red, and black in the deck. So, I'm not sure. I think 4 basic, 4 shock is probably completely sufficient. You might want to go down to, like, 3 basic. Yeah, 3 basic seems like where I'd want to be. Ooh, if I was playing Twin this weekend against an unknown field, would I play Grixis, Tarmo, or straight blue red?
Straight blue red.
You think straight blue red?
Yes.
I've really enjoyed Grixis Twin.
Yeah, but it's not as good as blue red.
I don't know, man. It's like really good. I really like Grixis Twin. It's a little awkward. I think blue red Twin is probably still the most consistent. Mm-hmm. Like that's the reason why. You will do the same thing every game, and your opponent's just gonna die. Mm-hmm. I think that. It's the issue for me is that I can't put down Tasigur.
Beer!
I just can't do it. That's what I'm going to have for brunch tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tassigur's just so good. Tarmo Twin is, like, there are a lot of people who really like Tarmo Twin. I know Huey Jensen.
Patrick
Dickman. He played it at Charlotte. Huey Jensen played it at Charlotte. Ty Anderson is always a big fan of it. It's just, like, it's just a reminder that Gorf is still great. Goyf is awesome. Goyf is just so good.
Yeah.
But I'm a big Tasigur fan.
Do you think we really needed a reminder?
I didn't think so, but
wake up, America. Goyf is good.
Yeah, like I will say, if you're playing, like, there's one thing I really like about Blue Red Twin, and that's you just like always beat certain decks.
Baby,
like
back. Hashtag 110 inch.
Oh man,
I changed it. It changed it to 110 inch.
But if you're playing like Blue Red Twin, Affinity, it's a buy. Burn, it's close but you're favored. Mm-hmm. I'd say your closest matchup, Tron, you crush him. Amulet, you crush him. Although I will, David Gleischer's still convinced. By the way, he has solved the Twin matchup from Tron's side. But everyone else.
What was his? Do we not divulge his secret?
I'll tell him. Yeah, whatever. The key is to play Spellskite and hold Rending Volley in your hand, and don't die, and play Relic, and don't die to burn. You just sit there. You sit there with your Rending Volley and your Spellskite out, and your Relic in play, and you Relic them every single turn, so Snapcaster Mage doesn't like Snap Bolt you out.
Well, that's asking a lot.
It's not asking that. You'd be surprised. The deck is so consistent. But you play 4 Spellskite, you play 4 Relic, and you play like 3 Rending Volley.
Okay, then yeah.
Well, I mean, the Rending Volley you sometimes don't even need because you have Spellskite. But, so it goes. Geofinish. I don't think anyone's playing Bug Delver.
No.
I really hope that no one's playing Hooting Mandrills. Because if you're playing Hooting Mandrills, that means you're not playing...
You misspelled Hooting Mandrills, by the way.
Yeah, what you meant to say was Gurmag Angler.
Yeah. You misspelled Gurmag Angler.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what Hooting Mandrills is. Yeah. I never heard of it. Actually, when I went to Charlotte, I played Grixis Control, and I played against like the Bug deck, and Hooting Mandrills was just... I played a Tasigur. I just played a Tasigur, and it was just better. Mm-hmm. Like, it was better than anything he had. Mm-hmm. Hooting Mandrills has just not been so good. I think it's a small mistake. Like, it's fine. But Angler. Angler is where it's at.
Yeah.
No one is playing Bug Delver this weekend, I believe. Bug Delver tends to have issues. Shut up. Bug Delver tends to be one of those decks that people aren't going to play because of Tarmogoyf.
I think you mispronounced Trifo card when you said Gurmag Angler.
We just watched the peak Yoke Docs deck.
Yeah.
You will never see Yoke Docs be that good. Never see Yoke Docs be that good. The one time I've ever seen that, my friend has a famous, his like favorite limited story is that he built a Zendikar draft deck. Its only win condition was putting Trusty Machete on Kraken Hatchling.
Frick, yes.
That's it. Everything else in the deck was a removal spell. And then it was just like, well, all your stuff's dead. Trusty Machete on my 0-4. 2. And he killed you. But
that's awesome.
That was shocking.
Yeah, the Jabuzman, the trample is really, really great, though.
Gibbous.
Yeah. No, it's Gabuzman.
Gabuzman. No, yeah, you need it in Rug Delver where it's the only delve creature you can play. It makes sense, but I think Rug is probably the weakest
combination. Yeah, like what are you getting that you're not getting from Black?
Yeah, and losing Terminate. Yeah, losing Terminate, losing the better delve spells.
Like Abrupt Decay's not
great
right now.
Bolt is really good. Bolt is really good.
Yeah.
Like Bug, I think is probably the second best Delver version. Stubborn Denial is very good, and you get to play and Stubborn Denial I think has like a lot of potential. The same in I've seen it in the Rug deck especially, like with Goyf and Mandrels as your sort of ferocious creatures. Like, it's a powerful card that can be abused. All right, guys. Speaking of, what do you guys want to see next round? Matt's going to show you a piece of paper you can't read.
You can't read this
at all. But I'll.
No, they can read that.
We do have elves.
Yeah. Do you guys want to see elves?
If you guys want to see elves, we'll try and get Gibbous M. Gibbous M.
It's Gibbersome.
Get out.
Okay, I'll see you guys later. Nice meeting you.
Rug is the best tempo deck in Legacy. We do have elves.
Wait, but answer the elves question, chat, please.
Esper Bears. Oh my goodness.
Do we want to see elves? Elves, please. Welding, no. Elves. We don't have Lantern.
There's no Lantern. I would be playing it if anyone. Seems like my kind of deck.
Yeah.
Our only living end player is the living twin player.
They want #10inch, so should I just go get him?
Oh my god.
Okay, so we're kind of getting split down the middle.
We got Delver, we got Burn.
Rather not elves.
We got some combo. We got a big Abzan deck in here. I don't know what that even means. Big Abzan.
I think it's like.
Is it Phil Arquette?
Wilt Leaf Leech, yeah.
Okay.
It is Phil Arquette, by the way. We have stuff on the back.
That's what I was looking at. Yeah, it's just, and then we got like some blue, white, red control. We'll see. I think I want to see elves. Yeah, there's no 4-color gifts. I don't think anyone. I think
not this week.
Me and Justin Howe and I are the only one who play that deck.
I played that deck.
You did play that deck. Did you play Justin Howe's copy, or did you have it?
I borrowed it.
Yeah,
it was not mine.
Yeah. In any case, we're both here, not playing.
All right. Give me other options that aren't. I mean, a lot of people just don't want to. There is Jund.
There
right?
is Jund?
No. That kid plays Jund, right?
No one's playing Jund, I believe. We have a blue-black Tezzeret deck.
Yeah, Tez control.
Naya Burn, blue, white, red control, Abzan Coco, white, red burn.
Guys, make up your
mind.
Abzan,
blue-green Infect. We've seen a couple of Infect players. Affinity.
I'm not seeing Infect again. There's no
we've
eggs.
Seen Infect twice.
Yeah, there are no eggs.
Yeah,
tonight.
no eggs. Oh man,
Martin's not here.
Martin always plays the.
No, but Martin
eggs.
plays.
He's been playing Norn, the Wary Soul Sisters.
He plays a lot of.
No Merfolk tonight. I hate Merfolk. I don't hate it. It's just boring.
It is very boring.
It's Merfolk, aka Relentless Rats. You don't want to see elves, man.
Nobody wants to see elves. I like elves. What's wrong with elves, Chad?
Here, how about this? I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna see what is 3-0.
Yeah, okay, let's just get the 3-0s.
And we'll figure it out.
That's a good way. We already saw Abzan Coco B3 Lover, but you can look back. I'm going to upload this to YouTube after we're done, and you can look back as our first match. So, #10inch again, yes. I love elves. I want elves. I want elves. Elves is just bad. Elves is not just bad. Elves is very explosive. Elves is very resilient if you know how to play the deck. Tezzeret seems cool. I don't know if that guy is. I think he might be O2, guys. I hate to say it. I don't know if we have a Jund either. I know there's a Jund player out there. Phil is defying me, but I know that we have one. I would love to watch a Lantern Mirror. Don't get me wrong, Thado. Pog D, whatever. That's your name now. 10-inch versus elves. I mean, it's just a one-sided matchup every time versus the 12-inch. Like, the 12-inch player will always win. We all know this. Hashtag ban 12-inch. Okay, so now we're actually betting on whether Modern Elves is going to show up. I think Jameson is 3-0, so we might see it. We might see it, guys. We might just. So congratulations on that Mana League. We're going to be raffling off this sweet Temple Garden, Chinese Temple Garden, old school. So get out your Naya company decks. Justice Peanut, I just have to disagree about the, like, it's just 10-inch, man. You obviously haven't played 10-inch before. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be an asshole. I am interested in this Tezzerator deck. So Phil's taking a long time. Guys, I'm homeless. I'm homeless right now. Moved out of my apartment today. Feels weird. The giveaway is open to everybody that joins the that follows us. You have to follow the stream. Thank you, MZX. You have to follow to get this Temple Garden, this Chinese Temple Garden that we're gonna be raffling off after the last round, and then we'll send you out of here. And we'll see you next week, or see you tomorrow night if you're a Legacy player. Mark was in charge of the giveaways until about 2 weeks ago, and now I've been in charge of the giveaways. I send out my giveaways every Thursday morning. Can you show the Temple Garden? Yeah, I'll show it to you right now. I'll take it out of its case. I would say light play. Very pretty. Really is great art. This old school Temple Garden is just... I mean, all the old school Ravnica lands are just better than the new ones. Millard, I will get this sorted out for you as soon as possible, okay? You want a Russian overgrown. New Blood Crypt is cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get Mana League off. What card do you guys want to see in this box? That's the new Blood Crypt. Old Blood Crypt. What do we think? What's the best? What's the better one? I think I'm in the dissension. It's got like this kind of the smoky vibe to it. It's got this claustrophobic vibe that I think the other one does. It has this lived-in feel to it that this new one just doesn't. Looks like it definitely looks like a Castlevania game, which is pretty cool. we have any Shovel Knight fans in the chat? I've been just playing that game, and it's incredible. How's it going, buddy? Right there. I don't know if anybody's in there. Just kick it down. Just kick it down. All right.
We're good. Also, I don't know if anything else.
Yeah, it's fine. Shovel hype. They both suck. Okay. Should I be playing games if I'm homeless? I'm only going to be homeless for about 2 days, so I'm not really homeless. I'm just, in between apartments. So, ha! Blutcrypta. I should start doing crack. It is tradition. 'Tis tradition. Hashtag 10-inch. Cron TV, very deep. Look at that. Wilder and a coddle.
Sorry that took so long.
Big guy. I mean, I don't know whether to ban you or make you my best friend.
Ban him. What? All right. For big butts. Oh my goodness. I don't. There is a deck list, but we're throwing it in the garbage. We got two players. We got parents.
Nice. What do we got?
We got Jameson.
Elves?
He's playing elves.
So we got elves, guys.
And we got Dan Dewan, who is playing, I think, Abzan.
I think actually.
Right?
I thought it was Jund. I thought he was on Jund.
He usually.
Oh, I played him on Sunday. He was playing John.
He has both.
Yeah.
He has both of the decks. We'll find out. He's playing a black-green X mid-range deck.
Chat, I told you we had Jund. Just saying.
How often do you have to spin? How often are you playing Jund or Abzan?
John.
Someone's in.
Ha! Just kick the door down. He's not in there.
How often do you have to spin top just to remember what you put there? Hopefully once, and if not, play a different deck. If you have to do it more than once, then no, and I will be very upset. I hate playing against Sensei's top, and not just because I play Elves and Storm, but it's just a nightmare. It's just the worst card ever.
Yeah, look what I got up there.
What? Where? What are you pointing to? What? No, you need to get this one up there.
Wait, what? There's a better one?
Yeah, the German one.
That's the German one, Wilder and a coddle.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna make that exact same change. Yeah, Wilder and the Cattle's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a solid Magic card.
It's just Wilder, and it's just better.
Are we unsleeving this Temple Garden? I think this is gonna be a pretty close matchup from what I can tell.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be sweet. I'm excited.
Yeah. So
This is kind of the matchup that I really wanted to see tonight.
this is actually gonna be an exhibition in why you play in why Jund is better positioned than why Jund is better positioned than whatchamacallit. What's up, David Byer? Than Abzan. Like, you can't. Abzan has an incredibly tough time without basically boarding like some damnations.
Because Bolt is just so strong.
You need Bolt. You need to kill the stupid mana elves.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really important, or else you just die quickly, very quickly.
Please don't ban me. I was just joking. I'm sorry.
Please put on French mugging. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
The entire chat is confused.
Yeah.
Jameson is not on Hate Bears in Modern. He is on Elves.
No.
Elves. So we're gonna see some Llanowar Elves, some Nettle Sentinels. They're probably all gonna be foil. Let's get the best one.
Yeah, I'm getting the best one.
Good. It's not that one. Ugh, that one's definitely also not the
This
best
is
one.
my favorite one.
Oh no. Oh no.
How creepy is this art, guys?
This is a classic one, but
Yeah.
it's not as good as this one.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
The Jonas Brothers?
Give me that. These are so beautiful.
It's Ron Weasley and his dumb brother.
I think Anger of the Gods is better against elves in general for two reasons. One is it's cheaper.
Yeah.
And two is that the exiling is relevant against Eternal Witness effects. However, I will mention, Damnation beats Azuri.
It does.
And Azuri is definitely always going to be one of the best cards against the removal. Like, if they just, like, if you're casting, like, an Anger of the Gods into a bunch of mana, they can just chord for Azuri and regenerate all their guys. And that's a really big problem. But I think in general, you're going to want Anger because you want to cast those early. You don't want to cast it, like, right away. A lot of the decks I've been playing, like the twin decks I've played, have had access to Anger, and that's what I've gone with. But in Patrick Chapin's Grixis control deck, he has like Anger and Damnation, which is pretty helpful. I'll put up Azuri, yeah.
Azuri is freaking sweet also. Like, this card is such a beating.
Overrun on a stick.
Yeah.
Card does a ton of work.
And Jameson has foil German ones in his deck.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean,
Yeah.
we all knew that Jameson's deck was going to be foily and ridiculous. I'm
Yeah.
sure he has like foil Japanese heritage druids or something
foil
like that.
Cavern Souls, which are how much again? Oh, $100.
A million. Yeah, one Damnation and two Angers is like completely reasonable if you're playing like the sideboard of a Grixis deck. I play with Sharpied 4th edition Llanowar Elves. That's nice. I have so when I was in my Legacy Elves deck, I've only ever played one Llanowar Elves, but it's beta because I gotta keep my stuff classy. But the ones I have in like the modern deck are all like 10th edition, like something stupid, like the newest one.
Yeah, I have M10.
Elves does run Eternal Witness. I've seen I've seen more. I've definitely. If I was playing the deck, I would play 4 in my 75 because it's so good against Jund. Yeah, you definitely run 1. Like 1 is a free roll. Like you definitely play 1. I think 2 is actually even a free roll in the main deck.
Real question: how many Thragtusk?
At least 1.
Yeah, one in the main.
Yeah, I know the GP winning list had the GP winning list was like kind of beautiful in how it was like set up because it was just 4 ups
And then
3
one
Azuri.
ups.
Yeah, 3 Azuri, 1 ups.
Yeah.
I play 1 Elvish Mystic from 2015. Oh my god.
He's like me.
Not even you can't shell out for Finhorn Elves? Oh my goodness, that's almost bannable.
Yeah.
Alright. Looks like our players are getting ready to start, so let's hop down.
Wait, big guy, you can't go around pointing to ban some people after the crap you pulled up there.
The crap you pulled. Sounds like he caused a bit of a stir.
No, he didn't. I'm just messing with it.
Alright, so we have a fetch land and a pass here. These are not, none of this information I have out here is accurate.
Oh,
at the
Jameson's going to be such a bitch this game with all this foily crap.
He's going to have a lot of
I'm not going to be able to see anything.
We'll see what Dan's got going for here. Looks like just a fetch. I'm assuming it's just a land and a pass. Jundo.
I love Jund. So expensive.
You love Jund? What is there to love about Jund?
Lightning Bolt?
Lightning Bolt's a good magic card.
Dark Confidant?
Dark Confidant? I really like Dark Confidant,
Exactly.
but I'm a big fan
There's
of drawing
There's
cards.
2,
Turn 2 Bob.
there you
he
go,
is.
there he is.
What's last name? Reeves?
Yes.
Oh, we stole their match slip and never returned it?
Yeah, we did.
Looks like his turn 1 land was a Razor Verge Thicket. Looks like we got turn 2 Elvish Visionary. Trigger.
Draw a card. Is that a cavern?
It's the... No, I think it's a Nykthos. No, it is Cavern.
What do you think?
No,
its
it's Nick-
name-
it's Nick.
It's Nykthos. But what do you think a cavern would name?
Beast.
Beast, yeah.
For Thragtusk.
No, horror.
Horror?
Yeah.
For Spellskite?
Yeah. One of Spellskite. That's what the GP list had. One of Spellskite.
Well, you definitely want to play War of Spellskite.
Yeah. I mean, courting for a Spellskite, there's few feelings.
You
that-
definitely need
that-
it for Twin.
Yeah.
It's like the only way you can interact in game 1.
Yeah.
Besides racing them.
Which you can do.
All right. I wonder if Dan's just gonna bolt this Elvish Visionary, and so that's a subtle play. A lot of times people will hold their removal for other for other, basically scarier creatures.
Druids.
Yeah, Archdruid, Azuri, even
Champion.
even the Mana Elves, right? I think it's valuable that he is bolting right there for two reasons. One, it's clear that he has, he's Scavenging Ooze, and two, when you have Dark Confidant, you're never short on action. You have just so much going on, so you want to get cards out of your hand. You want to cast as many spells as you can because that's where you gain advantage, is casting 2 spells a turn as early as possible. Not to mention that Jameson also has Nykthos, so reducing devotion is important.
Interesting.
All right, so we'll see how Jameson can recover here.
Some really good insight. And I'm not being facetious.
I'm doing my best. Looks like there's a Pendlehaven in his hand. It's the MPS Pendlehaven. And
Swag.
at least there's a Quarter Calling. Quarter Calling, basically at its worst in this matchup. Oh, there's Spellskite. Speaking of Cavern Horror.
Yeah. And then a Heritage Druid.
Spellskite not the worst.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it's gonna make Lightning Bolt a bit of a liability here. Although the Jund deck, as always, is just
Gonna take 2.
just chock full of removal.
Now, Dark Confidant, chipping his life total down is irrelevant.
It will come. It's going to matter. Let's see. Wait, fetched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's taking 5. You gotta race them basically.
Because this elves deck can just outright kill you.
Yeah, like they're pretty aggressive. I wonder what Dan is checking here. Maybe he left a sideboard card in, or maybe he's at. Oh, I know exactly what he's doing. He played his 3rd land, and he went. And there's a Spellskite in play, and he went to go ask a judge about a rules question.
What do you think it's about?
I'm gonna guess.
I think it's a Calling on his command
Yes.
interaction.
So Kron TV. Interesting that you mentioned a twofer. We've explained this interaction before, but I think it's
Yeah.
always worth explaining again because it is not intuitive because of what we've learned about Electrolyze. Now, the intuition here from Electrolyze is that you would go Kolaghan's command, mode, destroy target artifact, targeting Spellskite, and deal 2 damage to target creature or player, targeting Heritage Druid, and we get a nice little 2-for-1. Fun fact, you can redirect the shock to Spellskite.
Yeah.
You can
It does not work the same way as Electrolyze.
the reason this works like that is because there are 2 instances of the word target on the spell. You can redirect any number of parts of a spell to Spellskite. Now, the reason it's different from Electrolyze is because there's only 1 instance of the word target. Mm-hmm. It is a subtle interaction, but it is worth pointing out the difference because this is something that's going to come up a lot.
Because these 2 cards are very prevalent.
Yes. Now, I think if you're Dan, I'm still tempted to just go Shatter Spellskite and discard a card.
Yeah.
But I see that he has a Terminate in hand. I think it's even better to go Terminate, gain a life, and start getting in there with that Ooze. Ooze is going to be a way where it's completely okay.
He's going for the Kolaghan's command.
So let's see what modes he decides to do.
Well, there are only 2 modes that you need to do.
Yeah, he's gonna shock. He's gonna shatter Spellskite and make him discard a card. The way he pointed there, I think, can let me clear. Yeah, he only has 2 modes he can choose, and he's gonna discard. Looks like a Cavern of Souls.
And he's gonna crash in.
Do you think you trade with
Yes.
the Bob? If you're
Yes.
Jameson, you do.
Yes.
Dan offering up the trade makes me wary. It's also, I think it's worth mentioning that. Maybe not. I was gonna say it's.
I think he's sneaking.
Oh, sorry. You know that he has a second Bob. That's
Oh, you
why.
do? Yeah. Oh, my fault.
All right, so Jameson's gonna take 4 from that attack.
Okay, if you don't know he has a second Bob.
Then I'm probably tempted to trade here, but Court of Calling makes it different.
Is it a collected company at the end of turn or
No,
main phase?
main phase.
Main phase.
See what he hits here. Ooh, I see at least an Archdruid.
Yeah.
This is important. He has Heritage Druid in play, so he has the potential to do some really dumb things. Yeah, he cannot get back Bolt. You can get back Snapcaster Mage.
Archdruid and Nettle Sentinel.
Not bad. Nettle Sentinel's okay here, but Archdruid is the real prize. Yeah, his other options were Nettle Sentinel, I believe, Elvish Mystic. So he picked the 2 best options he could.
See if he can play anything else off this Heritage Druid.
He has 3 more mana. It looks like he has another Archdruid. Oh, yeah. Look at
go
this.
for it.
Look at how this deck can just build a board out of nowhere. Archdruid, trigger Nettle Sentinel. And now he has a 4/4. He's a 4/4 and 3/3/3s. From 1/1/1
Yep.
into this. Pretty absurd.
Collected company.
All right, so Dan gonna draw Verdant Catacombs off of his Bob. He's still got a ton of options here. Collected Company is like, that's the card that lets you deal with all these 1/1 removal spells, and Bob is the one that's sort of trying to let Dan keep up with this action here. Dan can still just removal spell his way out of this, which is, scary, I think. But if you don't kill both these Archdruids, Jameson's gonna have access to a lot of mana next turn, and he's almost certainly gonna chord for Azuri.
And you know what? card is really, really tough for this Jund deck to beat?
Is Zuri Renegade Leader.
Thragtusk?
Oh, also Thragtusk.
Yeah.
Thragtusk, I think Azuri is actually a little bit better.
Yeah, well,
here.
I mean, because you could just outright kill him now.
Yeah, or come close to it at
Yeah.
least. Certainly, if both Archdruids are alive, you can kill them. But the Ooze, I think, can quickly outclass the Thragtusk here.
Mm-hmm.
Although Dan has a lot of bad draws. Like, Liliana's not exciting. The second Bob that's in his hand is basically dead. Like, he just has these sort of shrimpier creatures. It is tough for Jund
What
to
are
keep
in
up.
graves? A lot of creatures.
Looks like two creatures. Jameson's got an Elvish Visionary and a Spellskite in the graveyard at the moment. Looks like we're going to see a discard spell here. I think it's an Inquisition of Kozilek.
Mm-hmm.
Taking... It wasn't a Thoughtseize, was it?
No, that looks like a...
So yeah, just 2 Court of Callings. So this next
I
Court
actually
of Calling...
don't know what that was.
It was certainly a discard spell.
Yeah, but, I mean, the life total could be
Yeah.
relevant. Do you want me to go check?
Nah, that's fine.
Right.
We'll just assume it's Inquisition. It looks like Inquisition.
It
So,
looks like Thoughtseize.
Jameson having
Terminate.
another Court of Calling is important here because he can chord for Eternal Witness to get back Company and cast Company again, and then just like keep trying to go off. Blistering Firecat. This card's name counts as X1. That's interesting. All right, so let's see what Dan's gonna get here. If he has a Bolt here, he's in pretty good shape. He's getting. This is a land he has to get for both Ooze and Bolt purposes. But his life total is dwindling. We'll see. We'll see what he's got here. If he has the Bolt, he's able to. I don't even. He probably just attacks with Dark Confidant, and hold back the Ooze, or maybe he's going to eat something with Ooze here. It's hard to say. I'm not sure what Dan's going to do in this scenario here. He has several options.
This Nettle Sentinel's not 3/3.
It is a 3/3, yes. Yeah, you're only going to attack if you're able to kill the stinking Archdruid. He does have a Liliana in his hand, so he's got plenty of removal. But it's all slow and expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a pretty clear, I have a Bolt, if you ask me. I think in any case, I'm tempted to block the Ooze. Yeah, I think he does. Are you like not afraid enough to like do that? Oh, he's got the Bolt. Yeah, he bolted it. Attack for 4, putting Jameson to 10. All right. So Jameson much lower on mana here, but he still has a Court of Calling. So he can currently chord for 3, given nothing else. Yep, Razorverse Thicket to draw. A chord for 3 will get him either Eternal Witness or perhaps Kitchen Finks or another Archdruid or Azuri. I don't think he wants to get anything cheaper. You want something kind of high impact here. Chord in general, not an exciting card in this matchup because of all the removal. Like, it's just very hard to convoke when all your creatures are just getting bolted down.
Yeah. Bolt is just such a... It's just a
format warping, powerful, ridiculous card, so efficient.
It's just such a hard card for this deck to deal with also.
It's just...
Like, Bolt, Snap, Bolt.
Yeah, that's how I was dealing with the deck in the past, is just dealing with Bolt and Snap Bolt. All right, so Dan taking 0. Is Bob being very nice?
Bob is being really nice this game.
Give me that Treetop Village. I appreciate the...
What's the most damage he's taken off is probably just
2.
the Bob.
2 off the other Bob. He's taken 3 total, and he's flipped. But I mean, after a certain point, you don't really want to draw lands. Like, he's got at least a couple lands in his hand. I think at this point, he's just going to start, Liliana minus. Just you do everything, make Ooze bigger, start getting in there.
Mm-hmm. Just grind. Start grind.
Of course, yeah. Format warping, you heard it here. It's very mediocre,
Hey,
I agree.
hot take.
Bolt is good.
Yeah, Bolt is good.
I'm here...
Guys,
I'm
top
here
5 Magic cards.
ship the hottest takes.
Lightning Bolt.
Okay.
Black Lotus.
Number 3 is also Lightning Bolt.
Lightning Bolt.
Number 4, Heritage Druid.
Heritage Druid.
Let's see it. We'll see what Dan has here. He's going to swing at both creatures, representing... Again, he doesn't care if his Bob dies because he's getting kind of low on life. He has a backup Bob. It doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm. Chord.
We see a chord for 3 here before blockers are declared. It's to untap that Nettle Sentinel, if he remembers. I think this is one of those things where he's going to remember when he puts the creature into play. Ooh, he has a sweet Llanowar Elf in there. He's the promo foil. Yep, Eternal Witness, which I figure is going to be getting Collector Company here.
Yeah, just rebuild your board.
Yeah. Like, you need... It's you're getting back 2 things, effectively. I wonder if he's gonna. I wonder if there's gonna be any blocks here. I'm a little surprised that Dan let that happen. He has ooze in play. He could have just responded and eaten the Collected Company.
What? Yeah, I guess.
Asphyxia's caught it. Yeah. I think a little bit of a misstep there by Dan.
Yeah.
Jameson also, I think Jameson intentionally did that motion pretty quickly. But you need that's the thing, it's he did what his cards did.
Yeah.
It's the onus is sort of on Dan to stop that. On the other hand, he's going to be able to stop him here. He's going to go kill a creature and make you discard a card. So the result is going to be the same.
Damn, that's a
Kolaghan's Command's a hell of a card.
That's a good card.
And we're going to see.
No, Dimir Overlord. Dan. I mean, I think Dan saw that line, but still, wanted to get the value out of the
Kolaghan's Command.
Yeah.
I think it's I think
Dan's a good player. It's hard to.
Yeah, I trust that Dan has played this deck quite a bit.
Yeah.
The result is the same. We'll see what's going to happen here. We see that Nettle Sentinel again should only untap if you cast a green spell, which should have been untapped from the other thing. So I'm not going to go out there and check it, but that's important to note. We'll see. We'll see an attack. I wonder what they're deciding on here. Probably just confirming life totals. All right, draw for Jameson. I agree, Dimir Overlord. I would just draw step it. Hope to snipe whatever thing he got. Haven't seen the list of Jun. Is it? I think. Do you mean the additions of Jun? Pendelhaven, get in there. Take 2. Unfortunately, I don't think this Heritage Druid's going to outrace. Oh yeah, look at that. That beautiful.
Look at that Llanowar Elves.
I love that. All right, Dangan on tap. Got a Bob trigger coming. No.
Forgot the Bob trigger.
Well, I'm not going to go remind him. That's not my job. That's a miss trigger.
Yeah, that's not a...
That's a very dicey... Okay, I will say, it's important to remember your triggers, kids. I will...
Oh,
there
no,
you go.
Jameson.
It's Jameson's choice whether he wants to put it on the stack. That is an important thing here. You got to call a judge. Because it is... I think it is...
Tell him to call a judge.
Well, they should be able to figure this out. Don't worry. So here's the reasoning why. I believe Dark Confidant is listed as a... I would like any judges to correct me here, but I believe Dark Confidant is a beneficial... Did you just do it? Did we just miss it? It's a beneficial trigger, so if you miss it, it's your fault. But I'm not sure... So it's if you notice your opponent missing it, it's up to you whether you want to put it on the stack. Because he missed it, I think it's up to Jameson whether he wants to put it on the stack. And I believe he did. I don't know. I didn't see any reveal there. Yeah, as someone who's played like a lot of Legacy Elves, you have a lot of triggers in that deck, and I try and missing them always bugs me out. But it happens, This is it's not an uncommon occurrence.
Yeah, they're on the world stage, guys.
Yeah, I agree. Van Drek, that's sort of the weird part about Dark Confidant. Is that it's both beneficial and detrimental. Mm-hmm. All right, we see a swing with a bunch of creatures. Looks like Jameson is going to decide to trade off with the Bob this turn. Yeah, the rules default to Bob being a beneficial trigger. Looks like he's going to chump the Scavenging Ooze, and trade off with Dark Confidant. I think Dan's just okay with this. So Jameson will take 3 here, and you still end up with an ooze that's going to get massive soon.
David said revealed Maelstrom Pulse.
Oh, it was Maelstrom Pulse? All right, thank you. I did not notice.
Neither did I.
Yeah, so Jameson, again, it was his choice. He decided to put the trigger on the stack because his intention is to race. And now he's just going to eat 2 creatures with Scavenging Ooze Mayface. I don't really like that because I don't want Jameson to draw Witness. But he does want to. I think I would save it for end step at least. And here's the downside to playing elves is that sometimes you draw.
Your top decks are terrible.
Yeah, all elves players are twitchy about missed triggers. It's just a very common thing. What are we gonna see here?
Did he miss it again?
I don't know where we are. Has he drawn yet?
No.
There we go.
There he goes.
Take 4.
Olivia, take 4.
See, that's why you put your opponent's triggers on a stack.
Yeah. God, I love Olivia though.
Olivia Voldaire's a good card. It's kind of hard for elves to beat.
Yeah, it's a little
difficult. Basically a machine gun that kills you. But
yeah.
I mean, at this point, Dan kind of has, it's just another bullet in the chamber, and he's just full up on them.
Liliana. Cast it, yeah.
Make you sack a creature.
Yeah, you scoop here.
Yeah, and he's just got lethal. All right, sweet game. And this is where we see the big difference here between Jund and Abzan is Lightning Bolt. Like, if those are Path to Exiles, Jameson gets to court out something like a Thragtusk earlier. Something like big and scary. Like, it's a very different game. But because of the efficiency of Lightning Bolt, you just take over the game. And sort of the classic opening, he didn't even have the Thoughtseize, but, turn 2 Bob, kill your guy, play a creature, kill your guy, kill your guy, kill your guy. Everything the deck wants to do. Cast a discard spell in there. Classic Jund.
I have a question.
Sure.
So, when Jameson courted for that witness, he should he have been playing around Kolaghan's Command? I would have. Should he have courted for Scavenging Ooze?
That's a possibility. Scavenging Ooze is one of the more powerful one-ofs you can get in general. I don't know. I think there's an argument to be made there. I think it's like it's between that and Azuri. Like, if your goal is to play around Kolaghan's Command, then you probably have to get Ooze. But like, you don't have any information on that at the point. Like, it's close. Dimir Overlord, I think we probably had the life totals wrong. It's completely reasonable that we just had the life totals wrong.
Yeah,
and that was just
it's hard. It's not like we're not here sitting like Marshall Sutcliffe and Randy Bueller where they're just commentating free form whatever they do, and then they don't have to do the life totals at all. We're doing everything ourselves.
The big thing is we don't have a table judge.
Yeah.
All feature matches at professional competitive REL events have when they have table judges, they're radioing in the life totals. Wow, I just realized that Azuri got expensive. I bought mine for $1.
What is it right now?
$8. It's unbelievable. Azuri Renegade Leader.
Card is sweet.
It is sweet.
Is it just? Oh, the Commander one. Commander one's 12.
Wait, look at the bottom. 3. How is that? Scroll down for a second, real quick. Hey, buddy. You take a bathroom break?
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta pee after that, man.
I don't know what that means.
He's sad. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. No, go back. Scroll down. I just want to see who is selling it for $3. Sorry. Oh, it's 6. I thought that was a 3. It says 3.11.
Why is the Commander one $12?
I don't know. Anyways. So we have Steve Dank sitting in.
Steve Dang's torso. Hashtag Steve Dang's torso.
Yeah. Yeah, reveal Olivia, target Elves player loses the game. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you, Nettle Sentinel. We try and know the rules of Magic as much
luck,
as we
buddy.
can.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I try to learn how to attack with Metal Sentinels because they untap.
Yeah.
Gotta do it. Get in there.
He's got to remember his Bob trick as well.
One of you guys go to Dan and tell him that some guy in Twitch chat says Jund Life? Yeah, possibly. You can do that afterwards. I'll let him know. All right, so post board, this has got to be... So the reason I was saying that you want 4 Eternal Witness is because when you're playing Elves and you have 4 Eternal Witness and you're 75, I think
this is the matchup you want.
I think you're actually favored, which is a crazy thing to say because this is, seems like a very difficult matchup. But
this is the matchup you want him in with all these freaking bolts.
The goal, I think, is to out-mana your opponent and sort of go crazy with Collected Company. So having access to all these Eternal Witnesses will let you do both of those things. You could just keep going company, like with Nettle Sentinels and stuff like that. But it's without access to that, your card advantage engine is just too meager. Looks like Jameson gonna scry 3 and then mulligan. Looks like, I'm assuming he had no lands in that hand.
Yeah.
The Jund deck post board, they're gonna get access to something like probably Anger the Gods, which is a beating. And
no
then
Pyroclasm?
something like that.
Volcanic Fallout?
God, no. If you're playing 3 mana, you better be exiling Kitchen Finks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Does Coco Elves play Craterhoof? It does
No,
not.
Legacy does.
Only Legacy.
Only in Legacy.
We'll see if Jameson can keep this. I see Okina? Temple to the Grandfather? What is it?
Yeah. I don't totally love that card.
I think it's bad.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe that worked because I misspelled. Oh, it went to the different version. It's Okina Temple to the Grandfathers.
Really not a fan of this card.
Yeah, Pernicious Deed. That would be the best card. If you had Pernicious Deed, you'll definitely beat Elves.
Ratchet Bomb.
And Jite, yeah. Ratchet Bomb a little worse. You want Deed in your Legacy deck. Or
I'm just Ratchet Bomb.
You love Ratchet Bomb.
Yeah.
All right. So Jameson, unfortunately, once again, has no 1-drop, which is really surprising. He did mulligan this round.
In both games.
He mulligan both games? He mulligan the first game?
No. I'm
Okay.
saying he hasn't had a 1-drop.
Yeah, which is just very awkward, basically. Jameson is playing fake cards. We can't or completely blank cards. Looks like he's getting Thoughtseize here.
Take the Visionary, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You don't care about that
Quarter Calling's
Revoker.
way expensive. I don't know what Revoker is really naming here. I'd imagine Liliana the Veil, but that's maybe even
Scoos.
Olivia.
Okay.
I don't think. I really don't love Phyrexian Revoker in this matchup. I
Yeah.
think it's just it's more.
Because all of Dan's cards are so efficient and do basically the same thing.
And you can't really attack with a Goblin Piker. Like it's just. I think it's too low impact. Is what I would say. I think I would take Visionary.
Yeah.
Cord is way down the line, and Phyrexian Invoker doesn't really do much against your deck.
Yeah.
We'll
If your sideboard card isn't getting taken by a Thoughtseize,
Don't side
it's
it.
not the sideboard that you want.
Yes, EE is pretty great. EE is very good. Yeah. If you're wondering what that was Okina Temple to the Grandfathers. The reason we don't really like that card, or at least I don't like that card, is because
No, I don't like it either.
sometimes.
Ooh, that font.
Sometimes you just don't draw enough forests. I think just basic forest is a little bit better.
That Raging Ravine.
Look at that. Let's see if he's got another discard spell. Nope, just a pass. I'm not sure what this Revoker named. Definitely not Raging Ravine. But yeah, Jameson's hand's not great. He mulliganed. He kept a hand I think he had to keep.
Yeah, you have to keep that hand.
I would not go to 5. We'll see what he can do with this Revoker here. Let's see a beatdown for 2. And a Llanowar Elf. So we knew what Jameson drew this turn.
That's fine.
And Dan gonna draw for turn. I'd imagine there's some removal spell coming down here. The thing I was gonna say that is what I don't like.
God!
That is why I don't like Revoker.
No! Oh no!
That was disgusting. Ugh.
How do you pass that up?
You don't. You never pass that up.
Oh my! And it gets to untap. Plays Olivia. How sweet was
He's
that?
Olivia too.
No, I don't think he does. I'm just saying.
If
what
he
he
has
does.
Olivia, I think this game is over.
I would scoot. Would you scoot to an Olivia?
Yes, immediately. I don't need to watch my opponent just crush me.
Yeah.
Over the course of like 4 turns. But yeah, that was gross. That's I think I agree, Nettle Sentinel. I don't think you should board in Revoker. Ooh, Tassiger is still pretty great.
Yeah.
Not as good as Olivia, but can't win them all. It lets him play this second Ravine this turn as well. Jameson is unfortunately just going to be flooding out here. He's got just another Razor
Yeah,
Burst.
it looks like he's just dead. What is that in his hand?
Dan drawing a lot of Raging Ravines this turn. Swing for 4.
Take it.
First blood there on Jameson.
Crashing in.
Let's see, he's got Bob. This is going to be tough to come back from. And a Goyf.
Oh God.
Do we have the die? Why don't you use the die? You monsters.
I'm thinking Goyf is probably around what, a 3/4 or 4?
I think it's a 3/4. I believe there's creature and artifact. That's it.
Instant.
Nope.
Kolaghan's command.
Delved
Oh,
away.
delve.
Goyf is a 2/3. Goyf is currently a 2/3. Unfortunately, the Kolaghan's command is delved away there, so we're not going to see any ridiculousness. Throne the Last Troll.
Nice.
Another card I do not like. I'm being a little critical here, a little too critical, I think. But
I like Thrun.
Thrun just has the awkward
Take
issue.
4.
Ugh, man, I love when that happens. Let's just hope. I think
It's just
Jameson-
rad. It's just metal as hell. To just, be just crunching your life total like that. But you don't care.
I will point out that this Thrun is actually going to hold off at least, two of Dan's creatures as well as the Raging Ravines. Although I think Dan's almost at the point where it's just like, tag with
Crash.
everyone.
Yeah. You just gotta keep crunching.
He only needs. I don't know if there are even any copies of Liliana left in his deck at this point.
It's just not a good card.
It's-
It seemed good in that game, but just because that's where the game state was.
It's just very slow.
Yeah.
It's very slow. It's a 3-mana edict. We'll see. It's certainly possible that it gets edicted, but I think I would be surprised. It will actually. I'm going to take back what I said about Thrun. Thrun is acting as an excellent roadblock to what's going on.
Thrun is good.
It's just up to Dan how he wants to get through this. He might just play Chandra and start,
Yeah, but Thrun can just regenerate himself.
Yeah, Thrun. I mean, what happens if you attack with everyone with Dan? He just blocks Goyf?
Goyf, yeah.
He blocks Goyf and takes 6.
Or does he fire up a Raging Ravine?
You probably have to block Raging Ravine then, just because it's going to get too big next turn.
Yeah.
Smallpox.
But then you're taking so much damage. Yeah, I would fire up a Raging Ravine and crunch.
It's very Dan is very close to just racing here.
Yeah,
I think
he is at a point of racing. I think he's gonna do it. He's looking at his hand, but
all right. So if he does it, so say he activates Raging Ravine. Oh, he's gonna cast Chandra.
I like that.
Well, I think Chandra's gonna accrue enough value at this point.
No, it's a good card, but I think you just.
I think it's fine either way. So like the reasoning for not doing this is that you're firmly in control. Like. No, you're going to be drawing 4 cards a turn once the Chandra starts doing its thing. Like, the Chandra going upstairs is not negligible, and this means that holding back Tasigur means that Jameson can't attack. I think next turn, I mean, that Jameson has at least one dead card, one card that, like, is sort of unexciting here. Well, maybe it's not unexciting. Cord is going to do something. He can Cord for 4. I don't know if that's good. I don't know what you really want to get with 4.
He would have loved it on tap land.
I think Jameson has drawn every single Razorverge Thicket in his deck.
Yeah.
Which is a bit unlucky. Dan flipping Twilight Mire to his Bob. This is where it's interesting if he wants to zero this Chandra or not. I don't really know if you need more cards. I'm not sure what he's checking. Making sure he can't plus that Chandra, make it not block. It targets. All right. 0 Chandra finds Verdant Catacombs. I think that's just worse than Twilight Mire. Although it is.
Oh, I forgot that the creature can't block.
Well, only if you can deal damage to it. What do you mean? With Chandra?
Yeah.
You have to deal the 1 to it for it to not block. With the plus, it deals. Although like if you don't deal the 1 to it, it can then it will still be able to block. It's up to 1 creature and up to 1 player. Or we only know what Throne does. That creature can't block this turn. Yeah, it's only if it deals damage. I think that's exactly what Dan was checking. Clearly, if he could plus it and make it not block, he just almost kills Jameson this turn. Ooh, actually,
it depends on how big that Goyf is.
Yeah, I think it's a 2/3 right now. Artifacting creature. Mm-hmm. I was wrong about the Twilight Mire, by the way. Verdant Catacombs is definitely better to play.
So he just passed?
Yeah, he's gonna pass here, and Jameson's gonna cord for 4. You might as well cord for 4. Like
just forget what's in your deck and just cord for as much as you can.
Well, yeah. You don't want to cord for 3 if there's like some crazy big thing you can get. We see an Eternal Witness.
Yeah.
I wonder what this is going to be targeting. Revoker. This is going to be naming either Chandra or Tasigur, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think Chandra.
Probably, yeah. Like Tasigur, I mean, he's going to be certainly activating Tasigur on the end step, unless he has a bunch of removal spells to play. Yeah, you probably you have to name Chandra, otherwise he just pluses it and kills the Revoker. All right, Jameson trying to crawl his way back into this game, recovering from a mulligan into getting Thought Seized into basically drawing all the lands in his deck.
Heritage Druid, the draw for Jameson.
Oof, that's a rough draw.
Yeah, it's not.
Heritage Druid is not ideal here.
Yeah, he points at Chandra like
again, if he names Tasigur, the Chandra could just pick off the Revoker. So you definitely have to name Chandra here. And he's trying to decide if he wants to even play this Heritage Druid. I think he's deciding not. Dan actually drawing the casual 4 cards a turn, including Tasigur. Can you get the door, please? Thank you.
God.
Inconsiderate.
Out of control. This is what I have to deal with. A bunch of animals. Dan gonna fetch here.
Actually, 10-inch.
Specifically fetching the forest in case he mills it over with the Tasigur activation. Subtle play. People, like, I've had that happen to me. It's actually happened to me at the Grand Prix. I played against Burn, and I had Island and Polluted Delta and a Tasigur in my hand. And I was going to cast turn 2 Tasigur. And I go, all right, Island, I go, Thought Scour myself. What do I mill? Basic Swamp.
Yeah.
Have to go fetch a Watery Grave, take 3 versus my Burn opponent, and cast that Tasigur. I still won that game.
Yeah.
But it was much closer than it should have been. I took 2 for no reason.
Was that really a relevant play?
Yes, absolutely. You should fetch first. Make sure you don't screw yourself up that way. So Tesker flipping Dark Confidant and Bolt, and Jameson wisely giving him Dark Confidant. Was this this is an attack with Thrun. Oh yeah, he's snap block with that Dark Confidant. Makes that Goyf bigger at least. And then we see a Heritage Druid come down. Ooh, Abrupt Decay on Revoker is both going to grow the Goyf to pretty massive size now, and make it so that he can return on the Chandra. Goyf has Artifact, Creature, Instant, Land right now, so it's a 4/5. I think we're going to see Chandra take out one of these creatures and a crunch. Yep, going to take out Heritage Druid and deal 1 to Jameson. Let's see what we got here. Caleb's Magic, we're doing all right today. Doing great. And someone did not close the door. No.
These inconsiderate jerks.
Everyone's so inconsiderate.
Right. Not so good. I mean, decent for first.
Alright, see an animation of Raging Ravine.
Like 50 million of those, so it just comes.
Door.
Is this everything? This is mine, right?
Yeah, that's all.
Mine.
Oh yeah. Just play with it because I was like, didn't want to like switch the sleeves. Like,
so we see
that's what I kind of wanted.
Animation of Raging Ravine and a swing with all these creatures, and a chump block on Tarmogoyf, so it's an attack for 4/8.
I just need more artifacts.
Going to 6, and Scavenger Goose is in play. Dan presenting lethal this turn. Jameson's got 1 turn to draw out of it. Draws Nettle Sentinel. That's not gonna do it.
First person is like, oh man, that's flavor for you. And then his buddy's like, I know, exactly how am I gonna beat this? Yeah.
Alright, I have to imagine this is gonna be lethal for Dan here. He pluses Chandra, makes it so that guy can't block, and presents a million lethal creatures, and that's going to be it. All right, let's see. I don't know, Dan, what is checking here? Is he Inquisitioning Jameson's 0-card hand? Yes, he is. I think he thought that Jameson had cards in his hand.
What are you talking about?
He cast Inquisition when Jameson had no cards in his hand.
Just to grow the Goyf?
It is a sorcery. Yeah, it grew the Goyf.
Alright.
And you also got, that Nettle Sentinel cannot block. The most this Thrun can prevent is the Goyf, and that's the game.
Yeah, that was a savage beating.
Jund gonna Jund.
Alright, let's do this raffle.
Alright, guys. Got one more raffle. I'm gonna pull up the card. It's gonna be a
Chinese.
Ravnica Chinese Temple Garden.
What the language?
Oh my god.
Sorry, chat, with Phil sometimes. No! It just exists.
Well, Matt, magiccards.info is telling you to suck it.
Yeah.
So we'll just hold this right here. This is what we're giving away this round.
Yeah.
This is sort of the
Wait,
nice
not
one.
now. We haven't started yet.
Well, hold on, guys.
Hold your freaking horses.
All right, we got to reset this raffle. Reset raffle. And hop in.
Snap it off, guys.
All right, so key point. Once again, in order to win the raffle, you must be following the stream. In order to join the raffle, type !raffle. It might tell you, it might say you've joined the raffle. It might not. It's kind of wonky that way. Also, again, I think we didn't really resolve this, but if you want to type in, your favorite brunch food, I'm taking suggestions for tomorrow.
Yeah, we are. This
like to know.
honestly, this particular raffle for the brunch food never closes.
No, it will go on forever.
Yeah.
Brunch food is forever.
Hashtag brunch food forever. Hashtag brunch meal 2K15.
Quick shout out to everyone following the stream right now. Double Tap TV, Cheese Whiz 005, G-Land, Caleb's Magic, MXZ, Alucard, TCM, Sinster Ninja, Joe Cheney, Vyukin, Zangar, all you guys following tonight, South Florida Magic. Thank you. The requirements are that you follow the stream and enter the raffle. That's it. We'll send it to you. Don't care where you are.
And you got
even if you live in Sealand. Have you heard of Sealand? No. It's a country, a sovereign country that is on an oil rig, basically. It became independent from England. Look it up. The Wikipedia entry is fascinating.
That's pretty awesome. Is that like Garbage Island? This is the size of Texas or whatever?
It's kind of like
the United States?
Hurdle Hopper, IA Win, C2K Gaming HD. Shoutouts. Thanks for following. It's crazy. It's just like they're on their own. They're completely sovereign. I think the government once sent people in there to to like take it back, and they just like shot like a shooting at him. Like the people were just like, stop coming here, and the government was like, not worth the effort. You can have it. It's just like one
hilarious.
very small area, and they're just like, okay. It's like gave up on it. Read it. Sealand. It's
That's
fascinating.
pretty awesome.
Fascinating stuff.
Very
Alright.
clever name, also.
Yeah, it's clever or
Really,
accurate.
yeah, really worked hard.
Is what
on
I would
that
say. Just, where is it? The sea. Is it a land? Kind
Yeah.
of. Let's go with it. All right.
Garbage land.
Let's.
Dude, that was a showcase of Jund.
It was a showcase of
That was
Juns.
great, right? Yeah.
That was a beating.
It was.
It
Yeah.
was savage.
I did.
Still alive.
It was savage.
You are. I was worried you were just gonna pass out when he Kolaghan's commanded your in 2-for-1 you.
Oh,
God.
God.
Game 2. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I was-
Then I proceeded to draw land.
Yeah, you drew. I think all 4 Razor Verge tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was not great.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, want to count down the raffle?
I will.
From what are we doing it from?
Great job.
From
5.
hashtag.
He can't control himself. Hashtag 10-inch. Oh my! You do not have the time for this. 8. You are killing me. You are actually killing me. This is the worst countdown of all time. I hope you guys are waiting, are just like filled with anticipation right now because I haven't murdered Matt. I am filled with desire to do that, but I won't.
We're
'Cause I
almost
care.
there.
Almost there, he says. Never getting there, I say.
Guys,
My
keep
goodness.
going.
Hashtag 3.
Oh, shoot.
Nope, that's at. You messed up.
I know.
2. 2 hashtag inch.
I'm messing up. It's too much.
He's losing control.
And
Ladies and gentlemen.
1.
And our winner is
Demon!
Die Man 36.
Oh, I just messed.
Die Man. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, man. You get a
A sweet, sweet Temple Garden.
temple guard. I will send these out to you as soon as possible, meaning tomorrow morning before work. Gosh darn it, I have work.
Name and address, thank you.
Hashtag swag. Hashtag swag. Hashtag 10-inch. Yes.
There we go.
You spelled out inch.
I did.
You butt.
I spelled it out. I spelt it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Really, really great modern night.
Yeah.
We're doing this every week as always. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on the Twitch stream. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe.
Yeah. We post all of these on YouTube after they're done. Matt is doing a good job of getting those up right away. It's been really great. Our schedule Tuesdays. We have started doing draft at 7:30. We did Modern Masters yesterday.
Yeah.
It was sweet. Got to watch us. We have a draft cam going on for it.
It is a draft cam. I set it up. It's real cool.
So we got to watch someone draft, and then we get to watch some actual actual games. Wednesdays, as always, Modern 7:30, and Thursdays Legacy tomorrow 7:30. So shout out to all of you guys for tuning in. Couldn't do this without you. And shout out to MTG Card Market,
Yes.
best sponsors, being the best.
Yes.
This would not be possible without them. Jameson in particular for donating all these sweet giveaways. Say thank you to him.
Yeah.
He's been there. Go say hi to him. You see him at GPs. They'll always be there. It was a good night. It's a good night. Watch some sweet modern action.
I like commentating with you.
We have at the store. We just do standard and draft, I believe,
Standard and draft.
for FNM. Come on. We are located in beautiful Lakeview in Chicago, Illinois. Mm-hmm. Wonderful place.
Beautiful.
Freaking
beautiful.
Scenic, one might say. We're right by Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
That part sucks.
Yeah, it is a lot of smashed windows. Hashtag Jameson. Hashtag Jameson for the win.
Absolutely. But once again, thanks guys for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.